And we are live, everybody. Coming to you live from the power of the internets and YouTube and StreamYard. It's Monday, April 18th. And you know what time it is Monday nights? It's Forrest Fenn Treasure Found time. What's up, April?
Let's see what's up. It's been a busy week. Do you feel a little bit like it ebbs and flows with the amount of good information, quote unquote good, in this chase, this post-chase situation that we're in?
Can you feel the love tonight?
I feel excited about some information that we'll be sharing, but also I don't have time for this. I don't have time. It's the nine. It's not only Easter, it's the end of the semester. You guys know I'm a teacher. There's just a million things.
I wish you weren't a liar.
Okay.
I didn't. That was
I really enjoy the soundboard though. So I'm great, honey. How are you?
That was just audio, baby.
I'm good, everybody. We've got the longest PowerPoint in K-Pro PowerPoint history tonight, everybody.
But it's not my fault.
So strap in, make some popcorn, get some wine, put the kids away, asleep, I mean. And get ready to sit back and settle in because you never know. I don't know if there's breaking news or not. You said something just came in, but I'm not really sure what it is.
I told you what it was, and you're like, wow, we've never heard that. It's not huge. Like we just found out Jack Stew's name, but
or the poem in the chest. I think that was pretty huge.
That was pretty big. And you know, the thing that I say, okay, I got some stuff sent to me about an hour ago. I had to do some redactions.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
People interested in the court case.
Okay, and then this is the other thing that I need to let you know. There is 6 different topics in here tonight. I asked most of you, or Facebookers and Thor, should I do 2 1-hour shows or 1 long show, whatever that looks like. Mm-hmm. And whatever that looks like ended up being just 50-50 because we can agree on nothing except we hate this ending. That's the only thing we can all agree to. So I have been delaying a few people that have been asking for a couple of things for a while. We have the Christmas card situation. So this might look like a hodgepodge. Maybe that's just my brain. Maybe that's just my brain.
Maybe.
But then we have some, I think, pretty good, cool, factual information. And kind of like last week, all we do is put it out and then everybody gets to talk about it, including us. But that's all we're doing. And then there is a hater thing and I'm going to talk to it, even though Mike goes, don't do that. I'm doing it.
You go tell your mom to shut up.
That's what I say to the haters.
God.
It's all night tonight, soundboard tonight. But we have a surprise at the end.
Yes.
Buddy. Not all that, not all this, but this came to the UPS store. I picked it up today. K-Pro got me something, and I have no idea what it is. So we're going to open it up live at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Something in there. All right. I have no idea, but we'll see what it is at the end of the show. For those of you who want to stick around and see
it's something a little fun. And a searcher actually reached out and said, I live on the other side of the planet, but this is pretty cool, and I can get it if you want it. Tell me no, because it was going to disappear. And I got it, and then it cost $6 million to ship. Okay, a death.
Well, you knew that's all you care about.
No, it was me. Actually. So
can I pay you not to do the soundboard?
Okay, a sword. Is it a sword? Is it a death sword? Okay, no more soundboard. When the PowerPoint starts, then there's no more. No, I'm not even going to agree to that.
No, it's okay. It's you. But can you play some like appropriate ones? Let's meet. Let's negotiate.
I have some inappropriate ones.
But right, anyway. That's the opposite of what I want you to do. Why did the remove button come up on my name?
You remove yourself.
Maybe. Are you trying to remove me from this? Okay, so
pool.
Let's go. We got a lot to cover. I'm going to zoom through it because then we can talk about it the rest of the week. And so, but there's going to be a little zoom, and a boom, boom.
All right. You ready? We can jump right into it.
Yes.
All right. Here we go, everybody. Another patented K-Pro PowerPoint. She spent all week on this actually, and then frantically had to change it just in the last hour or two because some news came in. So we'll see what that is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, you guys already saw this, so let's go to the next slide.
I guess we'll do it like that.
Okay. Next slide.
Table. Oh, it's so big. We got a table of contents.
Yes, because you guys need to know. I'd like you at the end, Mike, to actually go and put in the description. Number 1 starts at 6-minute mark. Number 2 starts at this minute mark. So then people, because it's kind of like last week. I got to tell you, I was a little frustrated because I did this entire PowerPoint and all the analysis of what happened the week before, and then broke the thing about Dale and the poem. And then everyone's go to the 52-minute mark. That's when she talks about Dale.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. If you do that, we'll help you.
But I'll do it for this video. Okay. So you have so much going on. I'll break it up. Kind of like Vlad does. Anybody know who Vlad TV is? Anyway.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, but the biggest thing is,
Yes.
there's just going to be some update. There's going to be some really cool, fun updates, I think, because we can analyze it based on data. Go.
The community, not anyone, but many. One? Many? Oh, not one, but many. You're saying the community is everybody. Is that what you're trying to say here?
Yes. So last week, this is my one hater thing, and I get sensitive to comments. You guys know that. That's part of the reason I've had to block a lot of the haters and trolls. There was somebody in chat saying, why does K-Pro get all the information, breaks all the information? Yeah. She's the only one that has done anything this chase. Who could pick her as queen?
What I'm saying.
Okay. So that actually made me start thinking, what have we gotten post-find that is pretty incredible? And you'll see none of it's from K-Pro. None in any way. So I want you guys to really reflect on, and I put what our role is in on it. And so next slide, here's where I want to actually go over, and I'll do the disclaimer. Mike did the try the wheel. And there was one guy that would always say, like, you need to credit me. And he's like, no. I heard it from another guy. And he's like, I'm just going to say in general, this is who I've heard from. Maybe somebody else feels they said something first and it's really important to them.
Wow. Look at the credit K-Pro is given. She put this together without my input, everybody. Not that I would have changed it. I'm just saying, look, I think now if you're not on this list and you think you should be, we're not going to apologize, but sorry in advance. Okay, we're just going to go through it.
Yeah. So who brought the discussion forward about Entity and Entity Gate and who was talking to Entity? Packer Jack. I had no direct communication. Bill Gorman talked with Carl, had like coffee or something with Carl. That's pretty incredible. Who found Jack on AGK? Holy. And if you guys remember that, I got to give a special shout out to Holy. She did it manually where she listened to hours and hours and hours of AGK. And then the funny part is once she brought it out, Rudy worked his magic and did all the transcript data dump and did a control find for Jack and found all the rest of them in like 5 minutes. But you've got to give huge props to Holy because of that.
And that's why Holy gets the wrench of the chase right here. The wrench of the chase goes to Holy. There it is.
Yeah, and we should send that to her because I'm sick of the kids swinging that around in the house.
No, let's go. I'm selling that in the garage.
Okay. Who found Condor? Rudy Green. And then he made that cool stick. But what would we do without the Condor database? So thank you, Rudy. Copper Dan met with Jack. Have I met with Jack? No.
Yeah, Dan didn't pull it off. He met with Jack. That was pretty huge.
And discussions with the Entity. So kind of confirming, even though they didn't at the end, and I know why, and we're not going there. There's no red button tonight.
Unless you
and look at what Rudy does. Rudy wants to make sure that we know there were several working on it, and Rimsbrock. Actually, you're right. I should have. So this will be changed to say Rudy and Rimsbrock. Thank you. I do remember the Rimsbrock database. I just remember See, I even mess up, but I don't know if you know, Rudy and Rimsbrock are not K-Pro. That's my point. That's my
do a board game with all these characters, kind of like Clue, but with a lot more people or something. I don't know.
And so who brought us GPS? We might have publicized it and thinking we thought it. It was Turd. Turd gave us GPS. Do you see? Turd? Turd.
Okay. GPS.
And then who brought us DB Cooper and the Forrest Fenn Connection? First, Mindy and Stephanie. I've included Mindy and Stephanie here for goodness sake, even though that book was before. Yeah. And then Ben and Alan, the word that is key where you like put it in. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And then you put it in the mirror and then you do the thing. That's the key word. It's the key word. And that was Ben. So Ben and Alan. Goldilocks, we would be nowhere without her legal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give her that. That's right.
What about, did I include Dale? Yeah, I did. AGK. He went on 60 Minutes. He talked to the president of the United States about the auction site. I mean, he needs credit for what was he on? 2020.
You're talking about back when they made videos.
Yeah, and he went on like 2020 or Dateline or whatever, and he talked about the auction site. That's when it got on my radar. So, and we cannot lack giving credit to Candy. She found out that Turd was the one that opened the Wyoming LLC. People were thinking it was us until then. I didn't find it. I was perplexed until Candy saved the day.
That's Chasing Indy on YouTube. Candy. I won't give her last name just in case.
Yes, Candy. That's all.
She's the one who figured that out. So props to you, Candy.
Yeah. Who were the 9 Mile Hole OGs? Who are they, Mike?
9 Mile Hole, geez. Rudy, Digging Gypsy, Vertigo, Must Listen Good, and Lisa.
Those are just some. People were.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who all the.
So when people say our 9 Mile Hole, it's not ours. It was never my search site. It was these people's search site, and they've been given huge amounts of information. I didn't even write the email. Oh, I didn't give Digging Gypsy credit. She had the emails with Jack. Huh? Well, yeah, but as a 9 Mile Hole OG, she actually had emails between her and Jack. Do you see?
Put it on a belt buckle, but you missed one.
What?
Jack
what
Stoof. The OG is Jack Stoof, isn't it? I think so. Okay, Shannon, email from Jack that went viral and everybody hated her, but then they didn't. Went to Yellowstone, right? Right? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Rudy wants to say also. Wait. I lost it. Cynthia and I also worked on finding the oil tree. I forgot about the oil tree. Damn it. Do you see? There's even more. But again, Cynthia and Rudy's name are not K-Pro. Let's keep going. What did Dale do for us?
How's this never going to be on Netflix? Nobody's going to know what the oil tree is, what N9MHOG means.
There will be a PowerPoint with the Netflix. I'll talk to them.
There's your documentary, a PowerPoint. Okay.
Yes.
Keep going.
Oh, okay. Dale, fishing logs. I might have asked him, but he was the one that provided the fishing logs. He provided the question about DB. He's the one that told us about the poem. Do you see, Dale?
Yeah, that poem was a shocker. I'm still not sure what to think of that one, but maybe someday he'll explain it. We'll see.
Okay, and then Cynthia, of course, she's been, I'm not going to say obsessed as much as the rest of us, but she is more connected. So the McCracken pic, she got McCracken to share those pictures. Somebody just did a YouTube today and said, those K-Pro pictures that are trying to make us believe it's 9 Mile, and those were from Jack, from McCracken. I'm not trying to make you believe anything. We're just providing it to you and excited about it. And Cynthia actually agreed to come on the show. And that's why we went breaking news live right then. Okay. Then she had the meeting with Forrest post-fine that we're finding more and more about, like this Christmas card we'll talk about. Camping with Shiloh. She had a picture of it. She organized the finale. She was a nooker. You guys have to remember, I was not a nooker. The nookers were not me. I'm not a I didn't even put nooker. Do you see? Okay.
Nooker of GPS or Nooker of 9 Mile Hole? What was that?
No, they called themselves the Nookers for the documentary.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, the one that's never happened now, but whatever. But I'll just say this: we're like the U.S. Post Office. We just deliver the info. It's up to you if you want to open your door and check your mailbox.
Are you done? Are you done with this list? We got to give some more credit. Pam, this email to Shiloh, I didn't know anything about. I emailed her. She asked me to read a statement. I didn't know nothing.
Pam Shirton, that's right.
Pam Shirton. Greg got the office pick, sitting in the office, not with the treasure chest, with plants, but he was sitting in the office. You got to give credit. And he met with Carl. Got to give credit to Greg. Right? Jens has the last interview with Forrest and shared the DB Cooper.
He's
got it. I won't say who's
something with it yet. Okay.
Yeah. Matt, final meeting with Forrest. He was the last searcher that we know of to meet with Forrest before he passed away. Did you know that?
Matt. Oh, Smell the Sunshine. He did some cool videos. And then it ended.
He organized the finale. He had the last meeting with Fenn, and he was a nooker. Amy, last YouTube was with Dale on her site. Entity Gate, the whole situation. She was a nooker. Do you see? Do you see how many? I actually started this list and then it just kept growing. It is amazing how many different people have been working on this. And this kind of gives to my point.
This isn't even everybody. I mean, there's others.
No, post-interview meeting with Dan Barbarisi. I didn't get to meet with the treasure chest and inventory it. Dan Barbarisi. And then, of course, Justin. And I didn't even put the dog sniffing. The gopher sniffing dog. I didn't even put Tucker on. It should be Justin and Tucker.
Tucker should have his own line. That's right.
And you got to give credit to McCracken, Nook Pictures, and Jack Email. I mean, he shared that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know if I give him credit, but it's
It's not ours. People are saying we made that. No, we didn't make that.
Yeah, oh, that's true. If you want to look at it that way, it's not from us. All these things are not our things, but we show it to you when we get the info. That's why I say we're like the post office. If whether you go out and open your mailbox, it's up to you. But the information is there. It's delivered every Monday night. You might like it. You might throw it away. It might be spam mail. You might throw it away, or it could be a big fat package from Santa Fe. You just never know what it is.
That gets lost in the mail. Sad.
USPS reference. Thumbs up. Okay.
Okay. So in general, this is my point, is there is a huge number of us. And though we communicate it, I think a lot of times we get credited for things we shouldn't get credited. And this reminded me, we're only on like slide 3. I'm sorry, Luck. I'm getting carried away. Okay. But I was discussing this the other night with Molly, and Molly's like, well, you know why there's so many more in the community?
Lucky.
It's because there's not a treasure chest out. So we're able to actually all come together now and talk. And so a lot of the lurkers are in the community. So
I see the competition is over, so people can come out of the woodwork now.
The smart people. The smart people were lurkers. Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so now let's focus on, so somebody asked me, what do you think the community size is now? Is it dissipating? Is it increasing? Is it sustaining? I pulled some analytics. I know how excited you guys are about numbers. Mike is. So let's go over some numbers. Not too many. I know this is the boring part because you guys want to get to the breaking news part, but I think it is important.
Not supposed to be me, is it?
No, there is a template. I used a template. And templates are never good just to use off the internet, right? That's a side joke. Okay. So look at what we used to have and look at what we have now. Right now, we have new communities forming. We have Thor, and you're going to see Thor is as active as ever. We have Tapatalk, which is Chase Chat and Harry's. We have Vimeo. We have, I didn't even put YouTube. We have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Discord has just started, and it is around the clock, like instant. It's awesome. So, I mean, for some people. So look at all of that, and we are a growing community. So we're more active than ever. Now, I think our community has changed a little, and I'm going to talk to that in a minute. There's only a few more slides on this, but I think it is important. So, okay. Do we have any mods in the room? I don't think we do.
So live audio from Discord.
We'll get used to it because that's my main move.
There it is for the Discord people. Okay. Next, we're ready to go?
Okay. Yes. Next. Okay.
Analytics, everybody.
Yeah. So the red line is about when we started from your 5-minute videos, which a lot of people love, non-live, and you and I partnered up and we started going live. Pretty active 2018, 2019. The next red line, the second red line, if you want to do cursors, you can, or put your cursor on the second red line. That's when the treasure chest was found. Look at the activity on YouTube's Cowlazars page, views by month and average view duration. You can see we're about the same. We go up and down, based on our show, because we do our shows twice a week. That's where you see the up and down. But you can see we're pretty much consistent with where we were in 2019. I find that shocking. I don't know. Surprising. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. Shocking and surprising. Thumbs up for analytics, everybody.
Okay. So on the left, the yellow box, number of views and number of watch time. Stop it.
I just want my present. Go ahead.
Number of views and number of watch time. It was about the same as it is now. Now in March, it's hard because that was right before the fine, but we had the Michael Sexton death and we had the Dave Christensen jail rappelling off a rope situation. So it was actually the highest right before the fine because of all the press and right after the fine. But we are where we were at in 2019. Do you find that interesting?
Oh, yeah. Whatever you said. Oh, post fine, the numbers have gone up. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
309 to 3. Yeah, well, it's because everybody wants to know where it was. So in other words,
that's my point. We need closure or we're not going anywhere. Let's go.
Well, the biggest analytic of all.
Don't be a player hater.
Don't be a player hater.
Know who they are. Okay. Where are we? There we go. So the numbers have gone up post fine. That's incredible to you, right?
That's interesting to me. This many have hung on for 2 years. I think personally, Jack and the family thought 2 years, people will just go away. We're not going anywhere until we get closure. I remember when the first 100 in chat was such a huge day.
Yeah, I remember that too. We had 100.
And we're between 100 and 200 consistently. Our biggest day was 500 when, big news came out. And there's several channels that are over 100 every week right now. And there's even channels that get between 1 and 5,000 people in their chat room. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. It's crazy. It's amazingly crazy.
You didn't even listen. I made a joke and you didn't listen.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
There's even 2 channels that get between 1 and 5,000 people in their chat room when they go on.
Yeah, that's true. It depends how much money you want to spend, everybody. And I'll just say this right now, everybody. We've never spent money on a like, on a view, on a comment, on subscribers. We've never spent money on any of that. So just for the record, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. But our views consistently get around 2,000, and that was consistent with pre-find. We are basically a community of 2019 with less lurkers, in my opinion. Let's keep going. I'm just here for the soundboard. Stop it. Okay. 2 more. Web traffic. On Thor, we're getting around 100,000 hits a month, which is consistent with 2019. On the left is 2019. In the middle is 2021, when the treasure was found. And on the right is post-find. We're getting about consistent. It's starting to go down a little, but we're just getting ready for the information to come out in the documentaries and all of that. Next slide, because I know this part is important to me because a few people wanted to see this data, and then we're going to get into some cool stuff. New topics. We have more topics, new topics now. It's called a front page turnover on a forum. Shows you how active it is. But this shows you on the left is pre-find. In the middle, new topics. It kind of spiked, but we have more new topics than we ever had before. And we have new communities. Okay, next slide.
Overall summary. Everybody.
So overall, the bubble has burst from mid to late 2020. But this secondary group is here. There's more subs, more individual. Yes,
and,
new users. Yeah, go ahead.
We've had people reach out to us and say, I didn't even know about the Forrest Fenn thing till after it was solved. And now I'm hooked. I want to know who found it, where it was found, what's going on. It is interesting that there are people who have joined in after it was found.
Because this is my opinion that without closure, the community is only going to grow. And I have one more slide on this and then we'll move. I'll get off my soapbox because I had a pretty significant debate with somebody that's like, community's dead. I'm like, the community is as live as ever. And I'm going to show you some data why. Next slide, please, sir. Okay, so here's K-Pro and Cow in 30, 40, 50 years from now. Here's our emojis. Do you see it? Do you love it? I love it because K-Pro and Cow are not going to leave until we get this closure. Well, every week until the end of time.
I'm supposed to have a Beacon Star shirt on because we're not getting closure till we find the Beacon Star proxy either. So, but that's
right.
Thursday.
And that's why Thursdays is Beacon Star. You can put the same PowerPoint together. Okay, Cynthia, we're close. We're close. I told you the first part is it's a nothing burger. You don't even need to look back, but it was important to communicate these things. So what is closure to us? Closure to us, meaning me and Mike, and I'm speaking on Mike's behalf. If there was a video that Forrest goes over the 9 clues, that'd be enough. If there was some sort of official document, 9 clues, or all the emails from McCracken and Jack, plus a matching log found by Ben or Cynthia. There we go. What would be closure for you?
Okay.
What would be closure for
the
you?
Video from Forrest. If I hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, if I hear it from Forrest saying, this is what I meant when I did the 9 clues, well, then I'm done. We may do one or a couple shows to talk about that, but that's it. It's that the creator just said, this is what I had. And it may be this, or it may be a this. We would debate on how we thought of the interpretation of the 9 clues. But if Forrest said it, there's nothing to talk about anymore.
Some people say he said it so he could cover this up more, and he's a liar because he was a forger, blah, 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 blah. But I think a majority.
Shut up.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think you're always, if I'm talking to the Fenn family or Jack, I think you're always going to have a few hang on for the end of time because of how crappy this was, and they don't have a lot going on. But for the majority of us, there won't be all of this if we get closure. Okay, next slide. Okay, so I don't care who can get there first. Never have, never will. But this community, again, can I say it one more time, is going to grow and grow and grow. I had another comment right here and I decided to take it out because it got snarky. We're not going anywhere. And hopefully the collective, we can get along enough to understand we're all on the same page and we shouldn't be hating each other. We should try to figure out how to get to answers. Okay, go.
Right. We just want to know what the truth is. That's all.
Okay.
We actually, contrary to popular belief, we can't actually handle the truth. The majority of us. Who's this? Is that you?
Sure.
Okay.
Christmas card gate.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. I got to play something for this one. Christmas card gate.
I'm so glad we're waiting for sound
I'll
clips now.
smack you in the mouth. I'm Neil Diamond.
That's how a lot of people feel about Christmas card gate. All right. What do we
Okay.
got?
I'm only going to put a couple slides into this and then I'm going to be done with it.
30 or
The Copper Factory covered it last week. It was covered up on Facebook that I saw. There was some stuff other places, but here is what
Hey, Billy.
my position is on this.
Hey, Hillary.
So Cynthia basically, well, why don't you read this? Because
Okay.
there's important
Okay.
points that I've underlined on the next.
Is this 5 hours from today, like today, or is this old and we're just
Oh,
rehashing?
dear Lord, this is old. This was like
Yeah,
a week and a half ago.
All
This
right,
is
so
old
Cynthia
news, but I'm
Meacham-
going to put my opinion in.
Cynthia Meacham, you know her, you love her. Cynthia says, I asked McCracken on Harry's to post the Christmas card picture Jack sent to Fenn December 25, 2019. That's pre-find, by the way, right? December
Yes.
25, 2019.
After he found it, but before he recovered it.
Well, that's the theory. Okay. He replied, this is
Shut up.
McCracken. He replied, he's not going to post any more pictures now. Here's our exchange from Harry's and my recreation of Jack's original emailed picture to Fenn. McCracken said he will eventually post all of Jack's emails to Fenn, including this one. I mean, Jack's original Christmas photo. So what we're saying is that Jack had sent Forrest Fenn a Christmas photo of some kind, right?
No, we're not saying that. Cynthia is
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
a good
See,
point.
you even do it. What are you doing? It's kind of like backyard garage.
That's true. I didn't say it. I didn't know about this until Cynthia posted this. So that's true. Cynthia's saying this, but it's just
Yes.
people want you to talk about it, Kate.
I'm going to give my opinion once people see the facts. They say that I only put my opinion in and I don't show the facts. Here's the facts. I have 2 slides of opinions and then we move on. Then this is dead to me.
Lord. This
Okay.
is the Christmas card here, right?
No, keep going.
Harry, this is your comment, right? Or Cynthia's?
This is Cynthia's.
Cynthia's. That's why I got to ask. People get confused.
Okay. Cynthia's
Savage.
posting. Cynthia's posting to Harry on Harry McCracken. No, Jamie McCracken's site.
Okay.
Oh,
Harry,
Goldilocks, you got to stick around. Goldilocks, it's coming. Go ahead.
this is the breaking news with Goldilocks, right? I
No,
have no
Goldilocks doesn't know it. I didn't get it from Goldilocks.
Oh, in your face, Goldilocks. You
No,
got
but
something-
Goldilocks, you're my no, but like
Okay. That-
don't do that in your face stuff.
That-
Okay.
Okay. Harry, I totally respect your position, and I promise this will be my last request until you release the post-trial information. You have many followers who agree with you about the Nook photo's authenticity. Could you please post the picture Jack sent Forrest on Christmas 2019 of Jack's picture of the Madison River looking upstream from Fenn Rock, where he added graphics saying Merry Xmas and added a photoshopped Xmas ornament, Christmas ornaments on the tree leaning out over the water from the far bank. Forrest,
Okay, wait. Did you go past August 2020? Did you read beyond August 2020?
no, I have not. I did not read that.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Forrest told me about this during my last visit with him at his place, August 28th, 2020.
Stop. The rest of it doesn't matter. We've already seen this.
Okay.
The word this in this sentence has caused such controversy that I want to talk to it. But that is the only thing we're talking.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because some believe the word this means Forrest told Cynthia that it was found on the Madison and every single detail, etc. That's some of the people. Packer Jack's like, well, this could just mean she knew about a Christmas card. And
Right.
so let's go
I mean,
a little bit further. We have the word this, and this is actually, it's not Christmas card gate, it's this gate. Because what does this mean? So go to the next slide, please.
Did I do good, Daddy?
Oh, that's not part of this. I'm sorry. Next slide. We're not going to read the rest, right? Okay. I thought that was Harry's response. Oh, this is Harry's response. I'm sorry. The response wasn't, so this is Capro pointing this out. The response from Harry wasn't, I have no such picture. Good day, sir.
You need to put the PowerPoint up, please.
Oh. Okay, this is Harry's response. The response wasn't, I have no such picture.
No. Now read the thing to the right. Read the box to the right.
This is from Agent Harry, FBI agent. I am not posting any more pics at this time. Someone bungled showing the chest and its contents, and I doubt it was Jack on his own. The whole thing is a farce and shows to me that it was a poor and crass attempt at a cover-up. FBI are going to have a heyday if they investigate this. The truth is out there.
Now, my opinion is on the left, so let me ad-lib this.
Yeah,
he didn't say there's no picture. He just said, I'm not posting any more pictures. I believe he has this Christmas card, and he confirmed it with a logical leap. It's not fact yet because he didn't say, I have that picture. He said, though, I'm not posting anymore. If I asked you, hey, Mike, can you post the picture of Forrest that he sent you of Jack retrieving the chest, and there's a big X with Christmas on it? What would your answer be?
I'm not going to post any more pictures.
No, your answer would be, what the hell are you talking about? Right. I don't have that. So I think this exists.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, next slide. Now, here's my opinion on what this means in this situation. And this is so temperamental to some. It's affecting their lives. First,
Mike N has a good point. He says, if McCracked Up has all the emails, why won't the Fenn family just give out all these publicly? In other words, if McCracken has them, why won't they just release them for everybody?
Okay, I have an opinion on that. Are you ready? Because we're going to confirm, Mike N. He does have them all because we have a court document that I got my hands on today that says it. Ooh. So here is what normal people that are not McCrazy do, or McCracked Up or whatever. They stay quiet during discovery and the court case, and they might want to put something out at the end after it's done. They don't do what we see McCracken doing right now. Like one of the exhibits that the Finn case is doing is providing all the crap that Harry is saying, I just want to torture them and I want to like make them feel uncomfortable. They're going to admit that into court. So you stay silent during a case. After a case, you share. That is part of the reason that I went over the silly little details of the community, because after this case is done, there's still going to be thousands of us waiting and we're not going anywhere. So I believe that will be the time that we say we really need that information. Hopefully, if you shared it with McCracken, you can share it with us and are willing to, since somebody already has it and it obviously you don't have any more issues in court. That's part of the reason I set up the first part of this, in my opinion.
Yeah, Cynthia. No, wait, not Cynthia, right?
No, we're not. We're talking to Mike N.
I know.
Can you stay with this, please?
No, I'm at the releasing of all the emails. Okay, we're not talking about Cynthia. Okay. So your point here is that McCracken's response means the picture could exist. Cynthia didn't make it up. In other words, McCracken doesn't say, I don't know what you're talking about. He says, I'm not going to post anymore this time. I'm going to take my ball and go home and nobody's going to play. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now here's my thoughts. This is my interpretation, even though I can see all sides. What does this mean? But here's what I do. And I do it a lot. When I have somebody says, hey, what about Forrest fishing logs? I go, hey, Dale, would you post it? And he goes, sure.
And he goes, by the way, there was a poem in the chest. Yeah.
I know. And so a lot of things have come into my lap because I asked. Forrest Fenn interview because I asked, etc. So here's my interpretation. I called Cynthia, who happened to be enjoying what we call life out in the wilderness. And she was actually going to dinner, and then I connected with her later. So I interrupted her vacation because Christmas Gate was so important, because so many people were not so many people, a few people were so focused on this. Here is her response to me. And I say general response. I didn't record it like some people do. And I didn't quote it word for word. Here's the general response. And then the next slide, I'm going to give my opinion. And then I'll give you some breaking news, mini breaking news about that. So her general information was, at the time of meeting with Forrest, she had some general info coupled with the pieces we now know. The oil tree that Rudy and Cynthia, the condor from Rimsbrook, the Madison from Shannon, which made her want to see this Christmas card in more detail. But now that we have that information, she never heard Jack's name. She'd only heard there was a finder. She knew of the fishing line, but not where to tie it from. She knew of this Christmas card, but not enough detail to know at that last meeting, it was at 9 Mile Hole of the Madison. So what does that logically make us conclude? Go to the next slide. If we believe this, and I called Cynthia, and Cynthia said, With her information from Fenn at the last meeting, coupled with what we know now, she was able to reenact this. Like, for example, I said, well, why did you think GPS then? And she goes, well, I didn't know if it was DeLacy Creek because there's no paddle up your creek, or if it was the Madison River, because she had that detail that there was some sort of waterway. That's just an example, because we needed the Condor database to confirm that. This is the only thing I will put my strong opinion in, because what Cynthia said made sense to me. But a lot of people think right now, or they're saying, if she knew it was 9 Mile Hole when she met with Forrest and he told her, then why did she act like GPS was a thing? I believe there's a 0% chance that she was acting during the GPS trip, just like Justin denies it now. There was such an ecstatic when we matched up stuff. In my opinion, there's no way she.
That's why it was exciting. Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. Let's not go any further and discuss this anymore. We've already been on 30 minutes. Can we skip the Christmas card shit and can I reveal that Brown is really Homa Brown, and that should be the next week's show? Cynthia,
come on the show, Cynthia. You know you got an open invite. All the time.
I know what you're.
I'll send you the invite right now. Cynthia.
No, I did a 50.
Don't dare me. I'll do it. I'll put it.
This is the last one, but you're going to hear it from her. She's making a video, and yes, you're invited next month. I know she just got some cool stuff, but it's not for me to say because I'm only the communicator. It's for Cynthia to say, and we will communicate it. But she has some really cool stuff. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, we're done with it. Cynthia said, can you skip this beep? We're skipping this beep. Except for, here's one of the things that I got offended on her behalf. A lot of people were like, oh, so she got these photos from McCracken last week, and she instantly rushed up to Yellowstone to try to get over the Madison and put herself in harm's way. And oh my gosh, she's so obsessed. And she's crazy. She's crazy. Okay. I asked her if I could share this, so this is not personal information. Cynthia has been training for the last year. She rides with the buffalo or bison or whatever we call them. And you remember last year she was racing, and then they came, and then she crashed. And she's not only in shape. Here's what she did. I stayed with her a couple times when we traveled. 6 a.m. She wakes up and does her push-ups, her sit-ups. I always turn over and I go, oh, I just finished mine. And I go back to sleep. She got a trainer for the last few months, so she could really, she's an intense athlete. This trip she took with her friend Tom Walker, Tom and Carita. They drove 2,300 miles. This was not oh my gosh, I got the Nook pics. She was already going. Why does she go on April 15th? Because the road's open and there's no cars allowed. And that's when the bikers go crazy and love biking everywhere up there. She's a crazy biker. So she made, So I wanted to clarify that. She doesn't like to share a lot of her personal information. I just wanted to clarify that, please.
Live audio from Cynthia.
Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
She's got skills, everybody. What can I say?
Yeah.
She knows what's up. Okay. So,
do you see Slednick? How do you train to be stomped by a 2K pound animal? No, she was training. She was training. I don't think she can go faster than the bears. She was training to do the entire Grand Loop, which is what, 25 miles or 50 miles or 100. I have no idea how much the Grand Loop is. It's more than I can ride on my bike. It's not. When she said I'm going to 9 Mile Hole, I'm like, that's so far. And she laughed. She's like, that's nothing. I was training to do the entire loop. It's like training to do a marathon or training to do a 100-yard dash. She's doing the marathon. You got to train for that. She's a.
Never heard of them. Next.
All right.
Okay, enough of that. Tangent controversy. Some people are saying if these McCracken emails are real, the treasure chest was found by a man who I did not know and could not communicated with since 2018. Does that mean Forrest lied? In my opinion, I don't know. So
yeah, that one is interesting because, well, was there communication before since 2018? Had not communicated with since 2018. And if it's revealed that there is, what does that mean? Did he forget? I don't know. I don't know on that one either. I mean,
more than you know, gross proc. Okay. Side tangent. Let's go. I was just answering. We got some haters in chat. We don't have. I think we lost some of our mods because they don't want to be the controversy between us and Warriors. So we're gonna. If you're interested in being a mod, let us know because we need some new mod or some additional mods because people are. Yeah.
See, there we go. Training to ride the 50 miles from Mammoth Hot Springs to West Yellowstone via 9 Mile Hole. Yeah, that's great, Cynthia. Good for you.
Yeah, but
keeping
this
it
was planned for a year. It wasn't, she got these pictures and I think some of the other channels were saying, we're leaving and we're going to go on a cruiser tomorrow. No, don't do that. Yeah. Keeping it real, hater. Don't be a player, hater. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Copper Dan, thank you. We just have some, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's being relative. Copper Dan. Okay. Let's get to the court update because there's some really cool things that I hope I redacted everything that I should.
Everybody.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
You said mini news, so I'm not going to play.
I would say mini breaking news, but breaking news enough. I know some of the other outlets have not done a good job in making sure that things are redacted. So I want to make sure to do it. If you post anything, please protect people. Okay, let's start here. I am going to give you my legal 101 research that I have been doing.
Not lawyers, everybody.
We're not lawyers, but I'm trying to determine what some of these concepts mean, these terminology. Forrest always said, know and define what you're doing. So one of the reasons that it was particularly interesting to me is because I have parts of the file now. I'm getting more parts of the file, and I didn't understand what a lot of this meant. So the first thing is you can see that McCracken is a what does that say? Counter petitioner, not a claimant. A claimant means I have a credit. It's like a credit card saying, Mike, you died. You owe $2,300 to Discover Card. Yeah. You owe me money. He is saying there's something at a bigger level. So he's a petitioner to say something's funny here, like Forrest Fenn being alive, which is ridiculous. Okay. So I have X's next to the ones that were dismissed in public court. So they're kind of, because they were dismissed in the other court case, they're basically done. We know that the last one withdrew. I won't go into that. Now, the intervener, if you guys know the guy he's like, I'm first place in the Forrest Fenn Treasure YouTube. He's what's called an intervener. He basically has said, I have the real solve. His name's Dave, and he's an intervener. But that's all he is basically saying, Judge, do you want to see the real? And we've had the real finder and the real solve. Jack is what's called an interested party along with Dave. And he is not just that because he's a witness. We have many witnesses. He is at a different level of stature, and that's because of the joint defense agreement. Let's go over the joint defense agreement, and then we're going to actually see some documents with some redactions. And we're going to walk through some pretty cool stuff that has just hit the court file in the last.
And does that mean it's public record? Is that why you have this information? In other words, did you have to bribe somebody at the courthouse to get this info?
No, but here's what you have to do. You have to actually go to Santa Fe and order it, or put it on a horse and buggy, unfortunately, otherwise known. You have to write a check. You have to send it. You have to send the self-addressed stamped envelope. It has to be prepaid to the number of pages.
Well,
anybody can do this, but there is a little bit of a process there.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I wanted to make that clear before you get accused of being a paid actor again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first is there was a petition for the estate's claim to privilege. And privilege means, or under this, and we're actually going to show it in a second. This is when the Fenn estate said, here's how clever legally these guys were. The day, or I think a couple of days within Jack and Forrest meeting, those two decided to do a joint defense agreement. So let's talk about first, what is a joint defense agreement and why do we think that? Well, we have a ruling. So let's talk about it. Go to the next slide. So what is a joint defense agreement? This is from Wiki. You read this and then I'm going to explain.
What is a joint defense agreement? Joint defense agreement, JDA, is an oral or written agreement between the parties, which includes the parties' commitments to one another to assure confidentiality pursuant to the common interest doctrine.
Okay, really quick. Billy Shaw Jr. says, wait, is Woodard someone who would really know the solve or just a wacko? I'll just say it's someone I would not believe that. I don't want to say wacko because that's not nice. I wouldn't say someone that would really know the solve. It's just another searcher. And we've had interveners before. Okay, so a joint defense agreement basically says Forrest meets with Jack. They decide like two puzzle pieces to say, we are in this together from here on. Anything you and I say cannot be subpoenaed, cannot be discussed and no one is able to get to it because you and I are now one. It's almost like a marriage, a court marriage. There we go. Court marriage.
Well, it's privileged information, right? It's like a client attorney,
Exactly.
Attorney-client privilege. Yeah, I see. So it's a joint defense, meaning, yeah, we're okay. I think I get it. I'm not
and
sure
that's why he is now an interested party.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So this is from Harry's site. Just read the red.
Joint defense agreement is a legal document, not a video. Carl claimed attorney-client privilege, and the judge accepted that, but FBI can review it as they have the powers to see if there's anything illegal, like trying to cover up a crime or anything that supports my fraud claim. You are not allowed to conceal a crime with an NDA.
Right. So what he's saying here is if Forrest covered up his death and is still actually living, like he says, you cannot say, hey, Jack, you and I are conspiring to get one over on everyone and conceal a crime of holding this woman hostage or raping her or whatever. So attorney-client privilege will only stand if there is a joint legal agreement, not something illegal. He still thinks there's something illegal. But there was a request from the Fenn estate that some of the communication between the two are held under confidentiality. Let's see. Let's go to the next slide. Let's see what the judge said.
Really missed a wrench earlier. You'll see it early. You'll see it earlier when you rewatch it.
Yeah, rewatch this. There's a
decision from the judge on the joint defense agreement.
You can read all this you want, but basically the estate said we have a log of documents we don't want to provide. McCracken, judge, are you good with that? And the reason for it is, and this is the last read, is because there's a joint defense agreement and we're going to provide that to you. Next slide. Here's the legalese if you guys want to.
Valid and enforceable. Got it. Okay.
Holy, we literally have a wrench. It's like 3 feet long and we thought of you, which is just.
So what that means is Carl knows what he's doing. It's enforceable.
Carl and Tom and Jack and I don't know to give credit to on that. So privileged documents are attorney-client protected. And therefore, I should have put that last sentence. Therefore, it is ordered. They're not going to be required to put anything under the privileged documents. Now, that is not a public document that we will see. But and I'm going to tell you some reasons why I believe I know a few things, but it's only my opinion. I wanted to provide the facts first. Okay, next.
In your face, McCracken. Oh, sorry. My guess on the joint defense agreement. This is your opinion, right, K-Pro?
Yes.
Okay.
So so when did this agreement happen? If this agreement happened in 2018, Houston, we have a problem, right? So it's anything from when Jack and Forrest met and knew each other. I believe it was on or about June 10th. Maybe, I don't know which date. He found it on the 6th. He got there on the 7th or 8th. I think he had to wait a couple days. Maybe it was the 9th. Maybe it was 11th. I don't know. It couldn't be sooner because Forrest has already put in a document that says he didn't know the finder. It couldn't be later than September 2020 because I believe Forrest is dead. I know McCracken does not. So it has to be in the window of June 10th and September 2020. But the reason I think it's June 10th is this. McCracken.
Oh, I see what you did there. Go ahead.
McCracken says on Harry's that the emails between Jack and Forrest were almost non-existent after the find. And he believes it's because there was a falling out between Jack and Forrest. Even though I don't think they were perfectly like BFFs, no, in my opinion, that's when the JDA went into effect.
Once they created this JDA, this defense agreement, nobody can see those emails. It's privileged.
Correct.
Nobody can compel the court to show them. I get it. No, it's actually interesting. It never occurred to me before. So It's not that Forrest and Jack hated each other. It's that they decided to go into this JDA, and that's why nobody will ever see the emails unless the joint defense agreement decides to release them, which is a possibility, I guess.
Either part, and I think both parties have to agree when it's joint. So both.
And I would say this, giving credit to Forrest, who's thought of everything. The JDA was probably already going to be set up as soon as somebody found it.
I don't know. I give more credit to. I don't know. I don't know who I give credit to because if Forrest put it in the park. Sorry, he didn't think of everything. I don't think he's that smart. Joint defense agreement is a legal thing. I don't think Forrest was that well versed. I think he got a good lawyer. My opinion. Or maybe Tom. Or maybe Tom.
I just think it was a part of the plan, part of the gifting it that we're going to do a JDA.
Oh, we're going to show some stuff. We're going to show how he. Yes.
Now?
Let's keep going. I know it's somewhere in here. Okay. So you guys wanted to see, I have all these documents, but they really don't matter. Jack's deposition, he's a person of interest, has been moved to April 29th, and Discovery's been moved to April 29th. Zoe's has been moved to April 28th. Okay, let's go.
Zoe hasn't done hers yet?
No, it got moved. I thought it was done. It got moved because of this Department of Justice thing, which we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
And
So I know how it all works because I've been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial live on YouTube every day. So I get it. I understand how it works now.
Okay. So here's the other part of due process is at the end, if you're in a normal probate, this is sister and brother yelling at each other for the last $5,000. They do what's called a settlement conference to see if either party is close enough that they can just make this okay before they go to court. That was waived. I think they're on different planets. I mean, McCracken saying Forrest is alive and like assaulting a woman, and Forrest side is saying here's a death certificate. I mean, they're just on different planets. So that was waived. This is just information. We're setting.
Well, Joe Sheeran's got a good question. He says, can you do a JDA without a lawsuit in existence? In other words, if there wasn't a lawsuit, would there have been a need to do a joint defense agreement?
I'm not a lawyer. I'm going to suspect yes, because what if there was no litigation happening, but they wanted to in the future? Like they both had lawyers because they knew it was going to eventually come. But let's say I'm sick and I know my ex is going to come back. So Mike, you and I, actually we're married. Me and my brother are going to do a joint defense agreement. I would say yeah, I'm a total guesser though.
That's why I think Forrest had it, or Forrest lawyer, however you want to put it. But they said that whoever finds it, this is what we're going to do. This is part of the end game.
Yeah.
But that's just my thought. All right, next.
Yes.
Exhibit list.
Oh, this is where it gets good, guys. Okay, so both sides. Okay, what I see on Law and Order or some of those shows that I watch occasionally, there's always someone. Oh, what about You Can't Handle the Truth? What's that? A Few Good Men.
Right.
That typically does not happen in court. One side surprises another, and then they say you can't handle the truth, and someone yells something out, and the defense. No, that's not how it works. There's no surprises allowed in court. So one of the things that the lawyers have to do is say, here are all my exhibits. My exhibits are all the different factual pieces of data that I'm going to bring to court. So Forrest side can prepare and say, oh, McCracken's going to bring this up, this up, and prepare accordingly. And it's a part of the discovery process. Mm-hmm. That has been filed. And let's see what's happening, baby. Okay, that just hit Friday.
You have the list?
I'm saying one of the lists are here.
Okay.
And I've redacted some, and it's only people's personal information. I would like to say any other of the forum owners, there's already been a slip up of the woman's name being out.
Right.
This document has her personal information. Please double check, because this is now we're talking about restraining orders and other things that are involved. Please be very careful. I'm going to try to be, I know mistakes happen. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just sloppy. Okay, go ahead. So here is the list of Forrest side saying, we're going to court, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to court, and here is what hey, McCracken, here's what we're bringing. Be prepared. We're taking you down. And then McCracken side's like, no, I'll have my stuff and take you down. Go ahead. And the red arrows are the ones that I really want to talk about.
So the Fenn estate has this on their exhibit list. Some or all of the emails between Jonathan Jack Stoof produced to McCracken, except those which are privileged pursuant to the previous orders of the court, and those prohibited from disclosure hereafter by any order of the court pursuant to a protective or similar order. Okay. So they're saying whatever emails we're going to give you, we gave them to you. There's no more. We gave them.
No, he's saying when I go to court, we gave you all of them. And in court, depending on how it goes, we can bring up some of them or all of them. We might hand you 50 or 100 or 1,000 to get them in the court record, or we might just do one, but you've been provided them, and be aware, one or all are going to be on our list that we have the right to use as a part of the lawyer case that's coming up.
No idea what you just said. Okay. Number two.
No, but if you don't understand, then can I say it again?
It says some or all of the emails between Jonathan Jack Stoof produced to McCracken, except those which are privileged, which are we are not going to give you those. We've given you the ones that are allowed.
But this isn't given. This isn't given.
Or to the court, the exhibit to the court.
It's saying when Carl or Hickey stands up and says, I would like to put Exhibit A. Right. Exhibit A is one of those emails. That's all it's saying. Right. It's not saying who. That part says who and what, but it's saying basically all the emails that we gave you, McCracken, we have the right to show them in court.
Right. But they're also saying we've given you all the emails we're going to give you. We're not hiding any.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and so a lot of
that's it. Yeah.
And a lot of you thought, because I got emails and I've got comments, a lot of you thought there's no way McCracken got all the emails between Jack and Forrest. Yeah, they did.
Oh, thanks, Doug. Because you explained it clearly. All right. All right.
Thank you. Okay, number 2.
Unfortunately. Number 3, all of the police reports, arrest records, and statements to law enforcement agencies, including the blank county sheriff, blank, and the New Mexico State Police involving McCracken. Oh, so they're saying, yeah, we're also going to submit McCracken, all the stuff you got in trouble with, apparently.
Yeah, for number 3, that is the county that this woman lives, the woman's mother, and where his search solve is. So it sounds like there are police reports, arrest records, and statements from law enforcement officers of that county and the police department involved. It doesn't say involving Forrest, involving McCracken. So it sounds like there's a rap sheet there.
And that goes hand in hand with number 4, which is any and all petitions for restraining orders or similar order to any New Mexico district court, and all restraining orders and similar orders issued by any New Mexico district court against McCracken, involving McCracken and so-and-so. So they're saying, we're going to do this.
But this one I want to talk about for a second. So McCracken's position is, let's call so-and-so. So-and-so was raped by Forrest, sexually assaulted, and he was attacking her. She is going to testify on my behalf. This is saying the restraining order between McCracken and so-and-so we're providing into court. This is painting a different, if you get a restraining order against someone, are you testifying on their behalf that Forrest raped you and assaulted you? And
it doesn't make any sense, right? Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
This
I think that's simple. Yeah. I don't think you had to go into it, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, last one.
The affidavits of so-and-so sent to McCracken via email by the estate on March 29th, 2022. Wonder who that is, or do you know who it is?
No, that's the same woman and the same mother.
Okay.
And look above.
She's on the Fenn side, is basically summing that up.
That is what the state has said. Right.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is a continuation. So that was 5.
It goes on for 15. Yeah.
All or some of the emails sent by McCracken to Forrest Fenn under any and all emails, which were produced by the estate to McCracken and Fenn under an. Okay, so it's all the emails between Forrest and McCracken, right? All or some of the posts by McCracken on the internet forum found at URL, and this is Harry's Chase, right? Harry's Chase.
Yes, this is Harry's forum. So some of you have said McCracken's not Harry and Harry's not McCracken. Yeah, right there. And him posting all the stuff he's posting right now, it's pretty amazing he's doing that. And they're saying, boom.
The greatest American superhero says, "Happy tax day. This is my last $2. Yeah, we hear you, Dan.
But wait. The breaking news is related to taxes. So this is, if you get in my email.
Well, that's right. Now I remember what we were talking about. And yes, I will play breaking.
Okay. I think, Goldilocks, I think you're going to find it as interesting as I did. And Mike now remembers, so it couldn't have been that great. Okay, let's keep going.
Number 8, all or some of the posts submitted by Forrest between June 5, 2020 and September 7, 2020 to Dale Nitzel and posted by him on the website, Mr. Nitzel. They misspelled his name there.
Yeah.
Maintained during the treasure hunt. So all the emails between Forrest. So they're saying they did supply all the emails between Dale and Forrest.
Yeah.
Or they're going to. Yeah. All of the posts. Posts
all
submitted.
Of the posts, not the emails. Yeah.
At Forrest.
Hold on a second. GL Cannon. I just logged on and the first word out of K-Pro's mouse was something about Forrest raping someone. What on earth? I do not. So this is the hard part. We are communicators of the facts. And then we put in our opinion. The facts of this case is Forrest is alive, raped a woman, assaulted her, went after her, and now is living with her and faked his death. That is not what I believe, but that is what is in the court that the judge is actually considering, and the court has moved forward. Okay, keep going.
All are some of the emails sent between McCracken to counsel for the estate on April 6, 2022. And the articles published by Mr. Jonathan Jack Stoof in the internet publication named Medium on or about September 23rd and December 7th. Okay, so the two Medium articles, right?
Yes.
The article published on December 7th, 2020 in Outside Magazine, written by Bob Barisi, and entitled The Man Who Found Forrest Fenn's Treasure. Some or all of the videos listed document 31-3 in Erskine versus Fenn.
Let me talk to that. 12 and 13. Usually you have the McCracken would be able to interview Forrest. But in this case, since Forrest has passed, they are going to be putting in the affidavits of Forrest and what he said during his past case. And he's not alive to be able to be deposed unless you're McCracken and think so. So that is 12 and 13. 14.
After we're going to open this. Okay. Some or all of the deposition testimony of McCracken taken by the estate on August 2, 2021. And then this is the breaking news, number 15.
This is, to me.
Okay, you make the call. This is the Fenn estate is going to provide, as part of their exhibits, the gift tax return filed on behalf of the estate of Forrest Burke Fenn with the amount of the gift and the social security number of Forrest Burke Fenn and or Peggy Fenn redacted, documenting the gift of the treasure hunt to Jonathan Jack Stoof for tax purposes. So that proves, everybody, once and for all, that Forrest did indeed gift the treasure chest to Jack.
Yeah, and I don't care about their socials. I want to know how much he valued it at. Oh.
Right. What is the amount of the gift? I mean, that kind of weighs into what it's worth. It's what it's worth.
Right.
Forrest.
But there was a lot of questions of, let's see, Forrest tax returns. It will be a part of the document, except for the amount that was gifted and the social security numbers. This is a file within the court that this is on the exhibit list. That's pretty cool. I won't say huge breaking news, but it's pretty, we're piecing this together. This is how Forrest believed. Now, my question is after Forrest died, how would he have done that? But for this one, we now know there is a gift tax return filing. Dun, dun, dun!
Forrest did, in fact, gift it to Jack, which means because it's a gift, Jack did not have to pay taxes when he received it from Forrest.
When he received it, yes.
When he received it from Forrest. So at this point, if the treasure chest has not been sold, Jack has not paid any taxes because legally he didn't have to because it was a gift. Is that correct, K-Pro? Remember, you're under oath.
Well, since I know that the maximum amount is 10, 11, 12 million, I don't know exactly where it's at. I believe the treasure chest is under that amount. I believe this does exactly say whatever the heck you just said because I was distracted. I don't know exactly, but I trust you. Boo.
Okay.
See, Bach, okay, Back East says, I thought we knew this from 2 years ago. Not everyone, and we all talked about it. This is the first time we have seen a documented information stating this is how Jack got it. He moved to Puerto Rico, for God's sake. He didn't think Forrest thought of everything. At least this part Forrest thought about, and now he can't get it to his house because I'm still waiting on my FOIA with the U.S. Customs because Jack even contacted them and, in my opinion, tried to get it back with them. Totally funny. A strong case for tax evasion.
What does that mean? It's legal.
Because Forrest Fenn should not be able to have a tax gift like everyone. I don't know.
You could argue that you think Jack should have paid taxes on it, but when it's a gift, I mean, you don't. So anyway,
right?
I don't know. Take it up to the IRS.
There you go. There you go.
And there is Ben and Ashley. Sorry. Get ready. It's coming. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. Ben and Ashley.
Okay, so one of the oh no, it's a cute girl and an eye, so you can't be upset that it's okay.
I don't even know what that meant, but anyway.
No, you're like saying sorry. It's cute. Okay, if that's the worst hate you have, come on.
Oh, trust me, they'll take it the wrong way. They'll find a way.
Oh, I know.
Just a joke. Guys.
Okay, where is the motion to intervene? Okay, wait. Yes, Cynthia said that Forrest gave Jack the treasure
Treasure
as a
gift.
gift all along. Right. But people call her the biggest liar of the
Cynthia
chase.
said
And
that? I don't remember that.
Cynthia said, oh, yeah. He said,
I didn't know
remember, he was going to hand him the chest. He was going to hand it back. No, there's actually a tax
Oh, yeah.
return and everything.
Before it was
Yeah,
found, Forrest said, my plan is they hand it to me and I hand it right back and say it's a gift. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
easiest makes the most sense. Yeah.
Okay. But so we need to set the stage for what a
That's true.
motion to intervene is, because I believe it is coming in the document. And the reason that I believe that is everything Harry has been saying and some of the discussion that I'm seeing elsewhere. I am seeing that this motion to intervene is happening. There is some points. Is it Department of Interior or Justice? I spent a little bit of time and I walked through that myself. Hit it. This is okay. So here's what I believe. I believe the motion to intervene is going to hit the official document soon, and we're going to have that to be able to look at. When we do, this sets the stage so we don't have to do all these definitions and what does that mean and all that. Go.
Well, Crayola, you are thinking the wrong way. Forrest said the finder would work to find it and then he can gift it. In my opinion, that's all. Okay.
I think taxes are different than finding. Anyway.
Motion to intervene, DOJ versus DOI.
Okay, so the Department of Interior is in charge of BLM land, FWS, Forest and Wildlife Service, National Park Service, USFS, Forest Service, DOD, and other federal land. The Department of Justice is the legal arm for the Department of Interior and the FBI. They basically say, Department of Interior, each of you shouldn't have to get a lawyer. We are going to provide a lawyer arm that's also in charge of the FBI, but not the CIA, to do all of your legal work. So when we say Department of Interior, that is very different than the Department of Justice. The Department of Interior is not going to be filing a lawsuit. It would be, or filing an intervention. It would be the Department of Justice.
So that explanation warrants a thumbs up from K-Pro. And just to step back for a moment, Morpheus says this was a contest, period. What they did is 100% tax evasion.
Ooh.
But the way I understand it is for something to be considered a contest, you have to pay. And the poem was free. The poem was free for everybody
I have no idea.
read and go search. So I don't think it was considered a contest under the tax law, my opinion.
But I'm not an expert, so I don't care. I just know that Forrest filed a tax return per that official document, not made up by stupid, crazy K-Pro. It's in the documentation that says he gifted it to Jonathan Jack Stoof in his tax returns.
But why did the government get involved in this particular case? Hang on,
I am
Mike.
so glad you asked, Mike.
More breaking news. Well, not really. It's more like a breaking opinion, put it that way.
Yeah.
All right, but thank you for the legal clarification between United States Department of the Interior and United States Department of Justice. So Department of Justice handles all the law cases for the Department of Interior.
Correct.
Okay.
So how can we get some information when we see this motion to intervene? There's going to be some salient points we want to look at. Let's keep going. So the Department of Justice as chief legal, I found this on Wikipedia, so it has to be true. A chief legal officer of the states, Commonwealths, District of Columbia, and territories of the United States. And the role of Attorney General is to serve as counselor to state government agencies as representative of public interest. Attorney generals are the top. This is what I found on, let's see, there was Wikipedia, and then I found it on Google. Attorney generals are the top legal officer. They advise their legislative state agency and acts as the people's lawyer. There's an attorney general in every state. But where do you think Yellowstone falls? Let's talk about it. Next slide, please.
Yellowstone has a mayor, right? No, I don't know. All right.
No idea.
Department of Justice is broken up by state. Attorney General Bridget Hill for Wyoming/Yellowstone.
So Yellowstone is one of only like 2 jurisdictions that actually spans outside the state, because when you have Yellowstone that spans into more than one state and is national land or federal land, who do you give it to? Well, you decide. Do you give it to Montana, Wyoming, Utah? They gave it to Wyoming. So right now, I believe if we see a Department of Justice, Attorney General, whoever it is, well, it might not be her. It might be one of her assistant attorney generals.
Right. But I got you. Okay.
Yes. So what do? They have a civil division and a criminal division. I'm not going to get into the criminal division. If you care this much, look over on the right and you can look at that later. On the left, the civil division files lawsuits on behalf of the agencies. Does that make sense?
On behalf of the agency. Okay. Yeah, I got you. So in other words, what you think or what you believe is that the Department of Justice, somebody from the Attorney General's office in Wyoming, is going to intervene in the case for
100%. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Are we ready?
And I would take anyone to, okay, we'll go to the next. I would bet anyone on this. Okay, go. Next.
No, Morpheus, that's not true. We didn't have to pay for the book. It was optional. Okay.
Oh, that might be why. I don't know. Okay.
Wyoming.
So in Wyoming, it defines the federal district of Wyoming with Yellowstone. Here is how it's set up. There are 4 offices, one in Yellowstone, one in Lander, one in Casper, and one in Cheyenne. And the Yellowstone office covers more than just the Yellowstone land, but all the land of the Yellowstone Park. When we see the Attorney General or Assistant Attorney General, in my mind, we'll probably be filing this. We are going to see, I believe, which office it comes out of. We'll see. I don't know if that's true yet. I have an opinion side. Let me just try to keep to the facts right now.
So if it's the Yellowstone office, well, then that proves that probably.
I don't know. No, not necessarily. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, go ahead. Next slide.
What is a motion to intervene?
Okay, why don't you take that on the left, and then I will give my examples on the right.
Okay, a person seeks to be permitted to intervene in a lawsuit involving other parties so that his own rights and interests may be protected by a judgment or decree binding all.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. A person says, hey, I want to intervene because there's something that needs to be protected here, right?
Right. It might be a person's safety. It might be protecting land. It might be whatever that is.
The motion must state the grounds for intervention. By a pleading that sets out the claim or defense for which intervention is sought, right? You got to explain it to the court. Why am I allowed to be here? Why do I have an interest? What are they trying to intervene to do? The court file states Jack's deposition has been refiled. So it is something Jack would have been asked during the deposition. That's an assumption on our part. That's our opinion, right?
That is what McCracken said up on Harry's, and McCracken's deposition was rescheduled. So it seems to be the case.
So hang on. Messages and methods. Hey, Toby's here.
Hi.
He says, correction, K-Pro. The attorneys general of the states are not part of the Department of Justice. They represent the people of their states in state cases. So not federal, but state. I don't know. That's just what Toby says.
So what entity do they report? Go back to
next week's show and let's talk about it, Toby. We can get into the legality.
He has a Saturday night show. We could talk about it too. But anyway, okay. So if an attorney general, okay, go back 2 slides.
Uh-oh. 1, 2.
3
Criminal
slides.
division.
One more.
Division.
One more.
Attorney generals are the top legal officers of their state or territory. That is
one more, please.
Okay, one more.
Okay. The Department of Justice is the legal arm for the Department of Interior and FBI, and is the world's largest law office. Okay. So that's the Department of Justice. Now let's go to the next slide. Go 2 slides later. Next slide is broken up by state. And here is on the Department of Justice website. This is, okay, there's something here. We'll look.
State of Wyoming and those portions of Yellowstone National Park. I think Toby's just saying it's a state thing. It's the state, not federal.
Okay.
Which it's the same people, but yeah.
But it's not state land. It's federal land in a state. But okay, let's here. Okay. Maybe, and this is where I'm not a lawyer. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe it varies a little on Saturday night show. Talk about it so we can see, because it's.
So GL Cannon says, why would the government, Yellowstone National Park, or the Attorney General be worried about 1 or 2 searchers crossing the Madison every quarter or so?
Oh, I'll talk about that.
The government isn't worried about 18,000 people crossing of the Rio Grande. 18,000 people cross the Rio Grande? I don't.
Probably. But here's what Craig Carter said. Toby is right, K-Pro. Each state has their own, and the federal government has one as well. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see when it comes out some of the details. So right now, the motion to intervene, at the Department of Interior has its own attorneys and can intervene in other than federal cases. Okay, so when it's a federal case in the state, the Department of Justice, but there's also Attorney General for each state. That makes sense. So it doesn't make either of us wrong. See, we're all right. Maybe I might still be wrong. Okay, so in this case, this again, McCracken says the reason the motion to intervene is happening is because Forrest is alive and it's the FBI, because the FBI is under the Department of Justice. Because McCracken has said specifically it's the Department of Justice who was weighed in. Now, some would say it's because it's Wyoming or Yellowstone. It could be BLM land or it could be the park. We don't know yet. Once we see the motion to intervene, I'm just kind of trying to set the stage. Obviously not well. There's a little bit of confusion. But when we know the name of the intervener, we are going to know, or who's filing that, we will have some additional information, right? Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
Next slide.
Okay. I think I got it.
I'm so glad to see you back in the chase, Toby.
Toby, let's talk about the legalities, if what we're saying, because now there is a probate case that's going forward. So come on the show. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Opposed versus unopposed.
So the Department of Justice, is, as Harry has said it, goes directly to both. Okay, wait, before I even bring in Harry. The Department of Justice goes to both parties and said, will you agree with the motion to intervene? If both sides agree, the motion is basically unopposed and the judge will grant it. If either side are in opposition, it will have to go to a separate hearing and it's going to delay the case yet again. McCracken has already been given all the emails between Jack and Forrest. The motion to compel in the file states this. And McCracken has said he doesn't want to delay this, so he's going to unoppose it. So both sides are unopposed. The Department of Justice would put him under the same order, so he's no longer able to post anything more on the location. That's why I believe he posted the first Nook pictures, and all of a sudden he's like, I can't say anything more. You can't say anything more because the Department of Justice is now involved. Okay, you know what? This is what Cynthia said. The motion to intervene will come from the Department of Interior, not the Department of Justice. I will be fascinated to see which one. Cynthia said it was the Department of Interior. I think the Department of Justice. Toby thinks the Department of Interior. Oh, this is going to be
What's
big.
you, everybody?
I don't know.
Okay. Not in the file yet, but there are some updates.
Okay, so that's as much as we can say about the motion to intervene until we actually have it. But some updates. The only filing officially in the system is the motion to reschedule the depositions. Discovery deadline was moved to April 29th. Jack is going to be deposed April 29th. Zoe, it just hit the system, and I read the document today. Zoe's going to be deposed on April 28th. The motion to intervene has not been filed, but McCracken posted on Harry's site, complaining on Harry's site, nothing has been filed yet, and the Department of Justice, and maybe
he was
McCracken is wrong,
yeah,
is not responded in the last week of why they haven't filed the motion to intervene.
The Department of Interior is the Department of Justice's client.
That's exactly, yes, in my opinion. But let's just wait to see. It'll be interesting.
So Mary's got the question, and I think you might have explained it, but explain it again. Why is the Department of Justice messing with this case? Why, K-Pro?
I believe, this is my opinion, but we're going to see in the motion to intervene because of the SUPRA, System Unit Resource Protection Act, SUPRA. It says if we believe that the public safety is going to be in question, and they already have a precedence of a FOIA that's out there of all the damage all these searchers have done, and the lack of resources and bridge and all of that at 9 Mile Hole, they do not want the information out. Now, many of you thought that was crazy. Many of you said, no way. There's millions of people going to Yellowstone. Why do they care about little 9 Mile Hole and a couple thousand of us? Well, I'm not saying it isn't crazy. We have a court case moving forward based on Forrest being alive. And there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyers' fees being accumulated based on this. There was a motion to intervene on March 16th, 2020. Yeah, that was a different one. We did that show 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that was a different one. That was Dave Woodard. He believes that he is the actual treasure finder. You can reach him at I am the real finder at bullshit.com. I don't know. Okay.
McCracken
Okay.
better be careful. He's going to end up at the old Gray Bar Hotel. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so where was I? Okay, so right now we just don't have it yet. It's not, but it's kind of setting the stage. The depositions were rescheduled. Discovery was rescheduled to the 29th. So it seems like it's coming, in my opinion.
Now, take another step back. Stuck in Chase Landia says Department of Interior or DOJ cannot stop Jack from giving
that is true.
the solution, period.
That is true. They can give the solution, and based on the Supra, Yellowstone is saying right now in their court document in the motion to intervene, if you do it, we will sue you. That's what they're saying.
They can't stop him, but they can say, if you do it,
you're going to have sanctions.
Do it, you get a whipping. That type.
Right. You're going to get your ass handed to you.
Really? Oh, that's
right.
Oh, they can say we
Which
reserve the right
to me is insane.
Well, they can only actually go after them if damage is done. You can't just do it.
No, it could. Well, yes, from here forward. So anybody
say if something happens because of you giving the solution, then we could come.
It's not only if something happens. What we feel is the basis for public safety. So, do we need to build a bridge? Did we have somebody die that was a search? All of that they could say. I feel right now I need to build a bridge to go over because there's too many crazy searchers that are flatlanders.
Jack.
And they will charge whoever puts it out later. They will charge them.
They can't.
It's insane to me. I can't even wrap my head around it, but it's happening.
Joe says it's insane because it's not true.
Okay, so Joe S., there is a motion to intervene that everybody's talking about now. Let's see if you feel this in the next week. And that's why we're only talking about the motion to intervene. That's coming. Well, we don't know. You know what? I will say right now, I'll eat my left sock if it is actually what McCracken says. And the FBI is acting on behalf of the Department of Justice because they believe that Forrest is alive and they're actually opening a case. But it's something to stop Jack from talking. What would the Department of Interior want Jack not to say?
But let me ask you this. If it was discovered in Wyoming on BLM land, would this Resource Protection Unit Act not be true?
I've only seen the Supra, the System Unit
Resource Protection
Act in the Yellowstone docs. I do not know if it's in the regulations of BLM. I don't know. Or Forest Service or DOD or any of those.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, let's keep going.
We're almost to the end, I think. Or we have another hour, one or the other. Okay, next one.
Yes.
K-Pro thoughts only.
So the state's attorney general will be filing the document, in my opinion, that gives us information. No matter what is filed, it will give us information. I believe, like we said, they have to say the grounds and say the claim. Now, the agency that they're representing, I believe, will need to be said. But could it be more specific? Is this motion to intervene going to say, on behalf of the Department of Interior, we are filing a motion to intervene? Or is it going to say, on behalf of Yellowstone National Park or BLM or whoever, there will be a motion to intervene? Uh-oh, hold on. Stop for a second. Read Cynthia's note. I can't read it.
K-Pro, I was contacted while in West Yellowstone for a few days ago by an attorney that I can be held responsible using this Supra if I post a picture of the Nook log with GPS coordinates. I was contacted. What do you think she's joking?
No, because this cannot get more insane. My mind is melting down.
How can they?
How can this happen? Oh, wait. But did you know that Yellowstone National Park went after some tubers that took some pictures in the park and put it on their YouTube and said because they were monetized, they were suing them because they didn't get a release? I mean, how much footage does Jens have of all of us at 9 Mile Hole? And he's making money.
Not me.
Oh, he has.
Not
me, but I've watched him.
I understand what you're saying. So does that mean whether that's the actual location or not? It's just if Cynthia says she thinks it was, this is where I think it was, and people go,
okay, wait, let's reread it. I was contacted while in West Yellowstone a few days ago by an attorney that I can be held responsible using this Supra if I posted a picture of the Nook log with GPS cord. Okay, so if you say the exact spot, 9 Mile Hole, but if you say the exact, okay, that's.
How do you think he knew?
Can
He
we
probably
just
watched our show or all the shows? Maybe, I don't know.
How do you think he knew?
Outcast
I don't
says
know.
sounds like Yellowstone is sick of all the crazy searchers.
That's
Well,
that's not a
it.
shot. Okay, let me keep going. The agency so by whatever comes out, which should be next week, or in my opinion, I'm hoping by the next show, because Harry already said, why isn't it come out yet? I believe it's going to be I believe it's going to be coming out soon. The agency that they are representing is going to be who files it, and what they say. The motion must state the grounds for intervention and accompanied pleadings. So, in my opinion, over on the right, I believe it's going to be the Department of Justice, Cynthia and Toby. God, I don't want to bet against them. I don't even care which one it is, but it's either going to be the Department of Interior or Department of Justice. I don't know which one. I believe or hope there is going to be something specific based on BLM statute, blah, 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 based on, I believe it's going to be Yellowstone National Park Supra Act and they will not allow Jack or anyone in the witness list to disclose the location. Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it. That means anybody can be held responsible if you send anybody anywhere in federal land. You know what I mean? That's
no, Supra is only Yellowstone National Park until I see different. Department of Interior. Toby's saying, like I said it, Department of Interior. I know, but I think it's Department of Justice. So we'll do a friendly little bet. I don't know. You know what? You gave away on your show, and I only got to see it after. Both coins and Shelley's new book looks really cool, but I want the women in business live streaming. Let's do a bet. You tell me what you want, and I want the 2 coins, and I want the live streaming the live streaming too, but I want the women in business book. And then you tell me what you want, and let's do a little bet, a friendly, fun bet. Okay, sorry. I'm getting excited.
Toby, I heard that the second treasure hunt you were going to do was supposed to be in Yellowstone. That's why you stopped. Is that true? Okay. Hey, how's that Beacon Star thing going, everybody? That's right. Thursday, we will get back to the Beacon Star. Even if
I do have to say, I want to go off on a tangent here. I really love watching Packer Jack, but he has the funniest. He's like 3D Bronze. Him and 3D Bronze are kind of like who gives the best comment that makes you just stop and go, oh my gosh. Okay. Back to PowerPoint.
I wrote it together, everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Both of your books, but the Women in Business one, because I could use that possibly for something else.
Cynthia just summed it up. She says it doesn't matter if it's the right spot or not. If it causes a searcher to go dig or cause any damage at the coordinates I give out, I can get in trouble or pay.
Cynthia, you've got to do a video. If you were contacted by an attorney.
Well, then Steve Klein says you can't be held responsible, Cynthia. Yeah, I guess.
Yes, it says a third part in the Supra. It says a third party can be held responsible. How is that even? And here's the thing. Let's go back to what Forrest said. He saw an attorney 2 times. Once before the treasure chest was found, and then in, I think it was 2016, he said he saw him again. 2015 or 16 is when the Supra was put into effect. I don't even understand how it's possible. But with Forrest being dead, and that's how this all is happening, I don't understand our legal system.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Yes.
Why I'm not posting the entire file.
So many people have just said post the entire file. Over 400 pages. The motion to intervene by Woodard is Jesus Christ. But there's a lot with people's personal information. I will take pertinent pieces like I did, and you see screen captures, but I triple, quadruple check that information has been redacted. Goldilocks is posting appropriately on Thor parts of the file, and she redacts. She can post anything on Thor, but no one is allowed to post anything with people's personal information, like this woman, her mother, where she lives, the restraining order. It's going to have things redacted. If there was, it looks like there was some sort of criminal something. So no addresses, no nothing. I will instantly ban. I will not leave up there for several days because I couldn't find it. I will, and I ask each of you to tell me who it is, and I will. There's no room right now in my opinion, and I am sensitive to this, and you all know why, to post people's personal stuff. So if you make a mistake, if you want to take the chance and post it, I trust Goldilocks. But if you want to take the chance and post it on Thor or our Facebook, you better be right. Because if you're not right, you're banned. You're not celebrated for days, and not even, there was one of the sites had it up for days, and I pleaded with the mod. I'm like, it's up there. Here it is. Can you please take it down? And finally he apologized, but then took down the apology on our Facebook. And it's like, please just protect this woman, for God's sake.
You can't be responsible for posting a picture. Well, the difference, Steve, is that the
But
attorney,
you can.
hang on. The attorney said posting a picture with GPS coordinates. That's the key part. Anybody can post a picture. The court released the picture of the Nook, but nobody said where that Nook is. If somebody says this is where it was, everybody, this is the exact spot, GPS coordinates, and I go out there and I have to be rescued for, a helicopter's got to pull me out, or if somebody damages it, or somebody does something crazy.
Let me ask.
The person who posted the picture with the GPS coordinates can't possibly be fined under this Resource Protection Act.
Okay, so
it's
I'm asking the question if, and I'm going to ask this to Stuck and a couple of Stuck and Chase Landy and a few of you others. If there is a motion to intervene that says we are acting on behalf of Yellowstone based on the Supra and Jack is not allowed to give the final location, would you at least pause for a second? I didn't want to go too far. I just wanted to set the stage. It's going to be possible that that's what it says. If it said that, would that be enough for us to at least pause and go, I can't believe this is happening? This would be another crazy ending to a crazy ending. Maybe you're just going to deny that the Department of Justice is even intervening, even though they file an intervention. I don't know. Let's keep going, though.
Okay. Official hearings. What's coming next, K-Pro?
Okay, we have some drama at the end, but the official hearing, there was a hearing on 223, and I think that's when things get really crazy because they are actually moving ahead. 516 is the pretrial conference, and then the docket call and full hearing is on 613. I don't know what either of those mean yet. I am drinking out of a fire hose right now, trying to catch up to the stuff we have now, because I am so much of a layman's when it comes to this. I had to put a lot of that together. Shush, Cracker Jack.
Carrie Galloway says, if I post a picture of Old Faithful and give it GPS, some idiot jumps in it, I will never be held responsible for anything. Well, the difference is because it's not a million. Well, that's a good point.
That's the location.
The problem is, did you cause that person to jump in? If you just post a location, you didn't cause them to jump in. But if you post Forrest Fenn's treasure location, that is causing me to go there. I would never have went there if you wouldn't have told me that's where it was, I guess is the difference.
I believe logically what Carrie is saying is true. I believe I asked, I think it was 4 lawyers, based on the Supra, do you believe me as a third party could be held liable? You know what they said? One said yes, one said no, and one said, did you ask Yellowstone if it is in Yellowstone? And one said, I don't know. There's not precedent. All I know is when you have a motion to intervene, and if it is based on this, it is going to be, this is stupid. Let's see what happens.
Let's just see. I mean, we're not making it up. We could look up the Resource Protection Act. Somebody out there actually look it up and read it and see what it says. That's exactly what it's for, is to protect. Yellowstone can actually protect themselves if somebody causes somebody else to go do something stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't need to say anybody's lying at this point because there's been so much craziness, and we can get into the drama. We're going to leave that alone. But we're going to say in general, they don't necessarily care that you visit it. They care if you damage the site, like the idiot who dug the cemetery and was fined a ton of money. Yeah, it's the third party piece that makes my brain explode. But let's wait. They are saying to... Okay, let's go back to the facts. I just put out some opinion and it made everybody go crazy. Let's focus. The Department of Justice or Interior is filing a motion to intervene that the witnesses just got rescheduled for, and it's going to say something. Why do you think the Department of Justice or Interior are involved? Just to say hi?
Good point. Why are they there?
Okay, let's go back. Right. They want to intervene in some way. Okay, so we have court cases coming up. Let's move on.
Oh, the auction site that K-Pro blew the lid off of, as we all know.
Yes, the viewers don't understand this act is to protect the people from damaging a site like digging for an emerald ring. It has nothing to do with people visiting the site.
Right.
I agree.
They can only enforce it if somebody
They'll get there. Yeah, I think they'll get there eventually. Well, once we see the actual motion to intervene, let's see what happens. Okay.
What's this auction website you talk about, K-Pro? I've never heard of it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first person I heard, and he's in here tonight, Messages and Methods. Thank you for being here. I did spend some time with Candy on this probably a year and a half or 2 years ago. She was interested. I just wanted to make a coherent PowerPoint chart, and I spent several hours trying to get that information to just say, what is this auction site about? And after hours, I just couldn't get a coherent PowerPoint started. So I decided to put in the minimal amount of time. This is not from me. This is the information I've put together. I come to the auction site late. I give credit to Toby, who first had me looking at that. And now I'm just looking at providing the information, because somebody said, do you believe it? I don't know what I believe, but I know I need to start with the facts. So I went to the Wayback Machine. Mike went to the Wayback Machine. We discussed it for a little bit. I'm going to give you a very high level. And if you want credit, if it's important to you, if it's the only way you get through in life, tell me who I need to give credit to make sure that you don't shake tonight and have to do bad things. I just wanted to give out, what does this mean? So go ahead.
And we're going to read the entire auction website now. No, we're not.
Okay, wait. Messages and Methods. If I made a video saying I hid the treasure chest in Yellowstone and provided the GPS, whether I actually hid the treasure or not, I am liable for the damages.
You're causing people to go there. And
right.
It's only if there are damages done. Every million people go there but don't damage anything. Well, it's good. But Yellowstone, or the Department of Interior, or Department of Justice, is intervening, saying if you cause somebody to go somewhere and damage something or make us incur losses of property or money or whatever, then we could go.
So now Rowdy Gates, he brings up a fascinating question. Feds haven't applied Supra to Fenn and Jack. Suddenly it's an issue. No, I believe, and I've said this before, they already did. And Jack and Forrest agreed not to put anything out. That's why they agreed to it. But they're now going into court. Jack is, and he's getting deposed by McCracken. He would need to answer unless there's an intervention that prevents him from doing that. And it seems like that's happening.
And let's remind everybody, what did Fenn say? I leave up the location to the finder. Why? Probably because a lawyer said, hey, there's this Supra thing you need to be aware of. That's why Forrest wouldn't come out with it and tell everybody. He's like, if I do that, then Fenn. Right. So if Fenn would have released the location right when it was found in June 2020,
right?
Could Yellowstone have come after him under this Resource Protection Act if in fact it was in Yellowstone?
I believe yes.
And we believe, me and K-Pro and other people, that this is why he did not give the
right. And thank you, Ryan. Brian gave us the exact quote. A person is not liable if the person establishes that the person acted with due care and the destruction and loss of the system resource was solely by an act of omission or third party. Great point. Forrest and estate agreed not to put out Jack's name unless they were compelled by the court.
They even did a joint over it, right? That's probably might be part of the reason. Go ahead.
Jack did not disclose the location, but if he is compelled in court to answer, he will unless there's a motion to intervene. So Jack has acted on what Yellowstone told him, just like the other case where his name came out and Zoe gave it in the exact same. The due care is he didn't voluntarily give it. He's being demanded by the court. That's when Yellowstone now is going public. I think privately, Jack and Forrest had a discussion with Yellowstone, but that is under the JDA, the Joint Defense Act, that agreement that they will not disclose, and that's not in the file. So,
but that's just it. Hang on. David Paisano says, then you're inferring that Forrest Fenn would be liable for any damage that occurred in the Rocky Mountains over the last 10 years. No, he did not cause you to go to a specific location. That's on you.
He took due care, and he did not put out the solution.
Right.
Or the location. Right.
Right.
Okay. Okay, lots of opinions, but none of our opinions matter. I might be wrong. You might be wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm just setting the stage for what the motion to intervene we should be able to glean some information from. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Covert 1 in the house.
Hey.
It's proximate cause or would not have happened but for some independent party's action. It's proximate cause. Would not have happened but for some independent party's action. I'm not sure what he means. You?
I don't know either.
Or
I could guess, but
right. Why can't he take the fifth? Well, oh, that's true. Why can't he take the fifth? Why can't he say, hey, if you
could, but why would he want to? But
well,
why?
No, because then the Supra, if Yellowstone is saying, Jack, if you release it and somebody damages it, we're going to come after you. Jack can say, well, I invoked the fifth. I'm not going to incriminate myself. I'm not going to get
or
myself.
Jack can say, or
I think he could.
Or Jack could say, I just got subpoenaed by McCracken. He already has he already has all of the emails, McCracken, and it says he searched in a national park. We're going to go over that in a second, guys.
Right.
But the kitty cat's already out of the bag. They were complying to the court orders until Yellowstone said, we're serious, stop it. He already has the information in the emails. Okay.
Greg Carter says, what loss of a system resource occurs by someone moving logs, leaves, scratching in the dirt?
If that's all they're doing, none.
I don't know the answer.
They could, what if they die trying to wade over the Madison? What if they burn it all down? That's what one of the websites said. Once we learned
paint everywhere, like I had said a while ago. I don't know why.
What if they're here's one. What if they have to use rangers to go over and find a bunch of cameras that some crazy searchers put up in the trees to record people and invade their privacy?
But isn't just that they have to send rangers to this location at all. They're taking them away from other serious business at the park, and they could be like, hey, you're making us do this. Now Toby says the problem of a Department of Interior intervention is they have no evidence Fenn hid the treasure in Yellowstone National Park. In order for the judge to approve the intervention, there has to be evidence or admission Fenn hid it in Yellowstone National Park. That might be what's in the emails that haven't been released, right?
But here's the first sentence. The problem with the Department of Interior intervention is they have no evidence Fenn hid the treasure. There is no public evidence, in my opinion. In my opinion, Forrest and the park did communicate. My opinion, that is not in the court docket yet. I think it will be.
So in other words, Toby, you're right. Why would they intervene if they don't know? Exactly. We're saying they do know, and they have information that's not public. And the
only thing I'm saying right now, and maybe this is premature, is Toby, would you find it interesting if there is a motion to intervene that says we are acting on behalf of Yellowstone and we are intervening, do not share the location? Wouldn't that be informational to us? That's all I'm saying.
Of course it would be. I mean, it would be interesting.
Right. Anyway. And we know something is happening. We needed to do this discussion because next week, I believe we will have some actual documentation or breaking news live before that. Okay.
Mike O'Dean with the conspiracy theory. So is McCracken actually working with Jack with this silly lawsuit in order to force the court to force Jack to tell us the real story without liability for Jack? If so, it's brilliant, but no, that's not the case.
So there's another case that said one premise and then eventually dropped it to get Jack's name. Won't discuss that case. Some people are like, they know there was no one stalking. That's not even the premise anymore. I believe when we talk about restraining orders and police investigations and all that, I don't know. I would be interested.
Okay. Therefore, eventually, the Department of Interior has to ask the question of Jack, did you recover the treasure from Yellowstone National Park? Well, let's see if we get the answer to that question. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Makes me appreciate the Beacon Star even more. Oh, there's the comment.
Okay, let's keep going because we have some confirmation that it was found in a park. And what does that mean? A national park. So let's keep going. It's not full confirmation. It's not in the file yet, but let's keep going.
Is responsible to the U.S. for response costs and damages resulting. Yeah.
Yep. Any person that destroys or causes the loss. That's the third party piece. That's what is insane to me that it can be so. Spill the beans tonight, Cynthia. I don't know what you mean, Cynthia.
All right.
I want to see.
Let's
I don't. Cynthia, I'll go live anytime you want to. I am nervous as heck on what's coming.
By the way, everybody, in case you didn't catch it, when I said K-Pro's the one who broke it about the auction website, I was kidding. We got to give
Sarcasm.
Candy some credit. Candy has talked
Not
about
for
the
me.
auction
For me, it was
website.
Toby, but Candy did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Candy has
talked about
good information. She just can't make it coherent enough without having a 10-hour show. And it's just too hard. So I've boiled it down into one PowerPoint slide with no one's help in the last 3 days because someone asked me for it. And I said, I will give you a very high level.
One-page summary of the auction site. Here we go. Am I reading or are you?
You.
August 2019, the domain is purchased. And what was that domain called? ForrestFennTreasure.com.
Forrest Fenn auction site bullshit.com. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I didn't put that
I didn't think of buying it. I don't know. Late fall of 2019, they found the treasure chest, decided they wanted to sell. They relocated the treasure chest on the same type of property with bids of no less than $2 million will be taken until August of 2020. If at that time no bids are made or accepted, they will take all the coins out and rehide the chest and other contents, adding 4 stanzas to get to the new location.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You must sign an NDA. Money will be deposited into an escrow account. They have movie and book rights. Once bidding is closed, the highest bidder will be contacted and they will have a meeting. March 2020, they say, again, this is from the website, guys. The auction website, ForrestFennTreasure.com, back then said, March of 2020, several bids have been received. May of 2010, I think that's supposed to be 2020. May of 2020, received an offer on the 5th, well over all other bids. Oh, the 5th of May, they received an offer well higher than the other bids. That bidder will make a deposit on Monday, but 1 week for any other bids. All offers end May 13th, 2020. They also said they will bring one item and pictures by appointment to the highest bidder with lawyers. No proof of funds needed. Bring your attorney. Forrest Fenn has not been contacted. The NDA must be signed in protecting the identity of the seller. And then June 9th, 2020, the new owner, this is according to the auction website, the new owner met with Forrest Fenn, an announcement. The new owner, met with Forrest Fenn, and the announcement was made. We left. Is that what it says? It said the new owner met with Forrest Fenn on June 9th of 2020?
Yes, they updated their website. Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay, so they're saying that the auction website is saying on June 9th, the new owner met with Forrest Fenn, and the announcement was made. We left something for you. It will be worth the trip. Right? Next one.
No. Have you got?
Yeah, go ahead. I read it.
Have you gone over what's on the right?
Jack found the treasure chest in fall of 2019. They
Which
say
corresponds with what they said.
Right. 3 weeks after the bid closed, Fenn does make the announcement of the finding the treasure chest. That's true.
So that's as far as I'm going, but that is what some of you have said. I haven't had a coherent way to digest what the auction site means. If you want to go through the pages or the 20, 30, 40, 100 hours of YouTube, you can. There's one PowerPoint on what I believe are the salient points of the auction site position. Now, there is one point that a lot of people are making. They said they kept one item of the chest. I challenge you to provide that. What they did say is we will bring one item to the meeting. They didn't say that I can find. We kept it and we're keeping one item. I don't believe I have seen that evidence. So I'm asking those that constantly say it, and I won't say who you are, but the experts, please provide that and not your 100% fact because I said it and I'm getting my drink. I want to see the actual screen capture. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and that was it. So that's the summary of the auction website. Do we have the location narrowed down, everybody? Is there breaking news to narrow the location? What do you think? Explains why Fenn's never happy about the finder.
I believe something has been said that will eventually get in the court documents. And once it gets in the court documents, it will be full breaking news. This is like half breaking news. Half breaking news is all I will go. Can you like cut it in the middle? Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, can I do this? There. That's
exactly.
half.
It's half. Okay. This is where I think it's really interesting. Just use my logic. And you might say, I don't believe this or that. It wasn't found in Wyoming. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. Let's see. Go ahead. Go, Mike.
What we recently heard from Harry. I know nothing of Jack's alleged solve. I have been through all of his emails with Forrest Fenn and can see no clues. I can't even see where he and Forrest Fenn agreed to say it was in Wyoming in an email. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, because he doesn't have anything from the joint defense agreement. Go ahead.
That's true. So they formed it first.
Yes.
Okay. And almost all emails are from 2019, and I can't see one after the find, and I can't see one after the find, though some emails were blocked by client attorney privilege, but they had to do with the Joint Defense Fund. So maybe Terry doesn't realize they all have to do with the Joint Defense Fund.
Yeah.
It's like the emails fell off a cliff after the find. Either he first then fell out, or it's all just BS, my belief, and fabricated. There's no way anyone could seriously believe he is the finder from the emails. The silence post-find is deafening. The 2019 emails show he was searching in a national park, apparently, but that's it. Well, that's breaking news. If Jack knew what the location was.
This isn't in the court document yet. This is McCracken saying in discovery. Now, if he is lying and he is acting as an attorney right now on his behalf, he can get into trouble. So in my opinion, but he's also the person that believes Forrest is alive and a woman's been raped that obviously has a restraining order or something again. So let's just go with this logic train for a second. That what Harry is reading is correct. It was Jack told Forrest, I'm searching in a national park in 2019. Let's go.
Okay. 3 key pieces of information. Forrest said Wyoming, both on the medium and press releases and in sworn court documents. Jack, Condor on Reddit, says my stretch of the Madison. McCracken says Jack emailed Forrest he was searching in a national park, unconfirmed until the court hearing, but confirmed emails were given in court file via discovery. I'm surprised Mike is lasting now that the hot tub is open. Why do you think I look so orange, guys? I've been in the hot tub some of the weekend. Okay. Thanks for the super chat. Copper Dan and Packer Jack.
Oh, and they have a big show tomorrow night.
Copper Factory, everybody.
Copper Factory.
Otherwise known as the Pearl Assembly Line. Took me a while to get there. The Pearl Assembly Line. Okay. So yeah, I see what you're saying here. The Forrest said Wyoming. Right.
These are just the 3 pieces of information. Go to the next slide.
Okay. Boom. Oh, Wyoming.
So let's look at the left upper red circle.
Right. That's
Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all of Wyoming. And then we have Condor's My Stretch of the Madison, so the lower circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the Madison is in a national park, like McCracken has said, the only stretch of the Madison that is in Wyoming that is in a national park is Yellowstone. Drop the mic.
So all you geography
Mike.
Yeah, not yet. All you geography experts, the Madison River, the only national park the Madison River in is Yellowstone National Park. Is that true? The only national park in Wyoming that the Madison River goes through is Yellowstone National Park.
Come on, everybody, say it. There are 9 miles or 10 or 12 miles of the Madison. It goes from Madison Junction to just before, when you go into the west entrance and then it says Wyoming all of a sudden about a mile in. So the Madison in Wyoming is only in Yellowstone. That's a national park.
And that's the boom. So it can only be Yellowstone National Park, everybody. And the truth is coming out through this court case. So you can not believe K-Pro and not believe me or anybody else. But when it's in the court case, I doubt people are lying to the court. So all I can say is K-Pro.
Good job.
Good job.
Now, I'm not going to say it yet until we see it in the court documents. But what McCracken has been saying so far is pretty incredible. Okay, wait. We got Cynthia saying something. What is Cynthia saying?
The reason McCrackhead can't see any clues in the emails, quotation fingers, is because he doesn't know the Christmas card is Madison River at Fenn Rock. Same as the fake Blaze picture. So McCracken doesn't know the location those are at. But Cynthia does, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah, and Cynthia's going to do a video on that.
Cynthia's just clarify
so trying to draw me. Cynthia, I think we need an appropriate way. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like how you pieced it together here, meaning if you accept that when Forrest says it was in Wyoming and he said it in the court of law, and then when you accept Jack that says I'm searching a stretch of the Madison, and then you say and now we know that Jack, through McCracken, we know that Jack has said the email said Jack was searching in a national park. You put it together. The only national park that the Madison goes through in Wyoming is Yellowstone. Boom. There it is. Case closed. Or
Right.
is it? Well, it's not
Okay.
yet, but
Next slide. We're not done yet. We're not done
we got
here.
another hour.
We're not done.
Crazy
Okay.
court-related updates. Hey.
Okay, this is called the drama section, but it is true yet unbelievable. Okay, you ready? Go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
K-Pro to McCracken.
K-Pro to McCracken. Read that.
This is, you posted this where? On Thor?
I posted on Thor, and he posts his response on Harry's, and we go back and forth. It's crazy. It's stupid.
Already sounds like a Netflix docuseries. Okay. Well, you say you want my emails from June 5th of 2020 to present between F and I. What if I went through so this is McCracken telling you he wants to see your emails, K-Pro, from June 5th, 2020 to present between you and Forrest, right?
In the motion to compel, it says, I want all K-Pro's emails because she's in this with it. I want all of Dale's emails. He had 17 items, which we've already gone over. 17 items that he wanted.
And K-Pro says, what if I went through every single one of those emails between me and Forrest provided to you, other than about my family and the ones that are personal in nature, in exchange for all the emails you received in discovery between Forrest and Jack? You say they don't disclose the location, so not an issue to provide them legally. Quid pro quo. If you think it would help you in court, it seems you have something I want and I have something you want. Think about it. Perhaps we can discuss and come to a meeting of the minds. McCracken's response on Harry's. K-Pro, I would not disclose private emails between you and Forrest Fenn unless they were admitted as evidence in court. See, same for the rest. It's just not right. So I give him a little
good for him. Yeah, that he's saying that, even though there's.
I am preparing an order for sanctions against the Fenn estate for defying the judge's orders to produce yours and Dale's emails by the 23rd of March. We'll be requesting default judgment, just $5 million to me. And then I will be free to tell the world everything as there is no settlement. There will be no NDA.
NDAs, they cause craziness.
No fair judge would allow his authority to be challenged by a serial discovery abuser. FBI are watching too. Let's see if the judge is fair or not. Slaps Carl down. I don't really understand what any of that meant, but he wanted your email. The judge basically said
he did a motion to compel, which means here's all the stuff I want for court, Fenn estate. And Fenn estate didn't provide my emails to him. He is now saying, or Dale's emails between Forrest and Dale. So what I said is, if you want my emails, I'll go through every single one of them on a video, less my kids, my personal life stuff. I'll go through every single one of them on a video. Show us all the emails between you and between Jack and Forrest. What say you, sir? What say you, sir? And his response is, oh no, I need them from the court because it makes it official. And now that they violated the request that I made, the motion to compel, I'm going to go after $5 million because they didn't get me and Dale's emails. Okay. Go.
Are those emails worth $5 million, K-Pro?
Oh, let's keep going because I have a proposal. Oh,
another one. Okay.
Yeah. Next slide.
Emails, you say. McCracken wants my emails from June 5, 2020 to present with Forrest. McCracken wants Dale's emails from June 1, 2019 to present with Forrest. McCracken wants $5 million since he didn't get them. Offer, please use humor at this part, everybody. I provide the emails in the video for all, less personal exchanges, kids' names, etc. My portion is only 50%, $2.5 million. But wait, for a limited time, I'm a crazy discount to $1 million for my emails. So the gauntlet has been thrown down. McCracken, K-Pro wants $1 million and she will share all her emails. So you don't have to get the $5 million.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of a favor here.
Yeah.
Melinda Cash and Melinda Cash. Can you ban both of them? I would like to,
what's going on?
We're having issues. There's some shadowing things since she's saying she never posts, but Bobby is shadowing her. I've heard this with others. I don't know what is true. Can you ban them both? I will work this online later. It is making some craziness. This is making some craziness.
And we got to put you both bye-bye because we don't know. Oops.
Yeah. And then we will work it out before the next show. So if you do want to comment, someone's impostering me, we will make sure to work it out. Okay. Let's go back. I mean, do you see? Okay. Is there some logic here that I deserve $1 million for these emails?
It's the new drink at McDonald's, the McCrazy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So let us know what your response is to that, McCracken, huh? Fun fact, there is wait a minute. Now this, I'm sorry, but I think this is breaking news. I only have this from K-Pro, so let me know if anybody else has heard of this. Packer Jack. Fun fact, there is a please.
Okay, wait. The only thing I'm going to say is if Packer Jack doesn't come up with the conclusion that somehow I deserve $1 million, I'm going to protest. I don't know who I'm going to file what with whom, but I'm filing a complaint. Okay.
Monster Island. I thought you meant Cocaine Island. I saw that one. Okay. Yeah. See, GL Cannon gets it. All right. Fun fact. Is this true, K-Pro? What the? Okay.
Okay.
There is a please touch table at the Madison Junction Mini Museum store. It actually says please touch, just like Forrest in his book.
Yeah. So the first time I went to Madison Junction, and others had to have. Now, this was pre-COVID. They're not open back up the last time I was up there. There is, and we actually have a picture of the little, it's like a little log cabin, but you go in and they sell a bunch of trinkets and stuff. And then there's a table that says touch table, please touch. And I thought for sure when I went, but you go.
Sorry.
I went with my brother and I'm like,
that's pretty cool.
This is it. This has to be WWWH. Is that one of the subtle hints? I don't know. I just tell you, there is a touch table. I have the pictures, boots on the ground from way back. I tried when I was with Steve and Shannon and Cynthia. I tried to get in and they're closed because of COVID. So, and then I asked Cynthia this week and she's like, they're not open yet. We're under snow. Okay.
Yeah, that is interesting though. I mean, warm to the touch and all that from the book, and then they have a please touch table in Madison Junction. I mean, nobody else, and all the people that have been there have saw this before COVID.
Oh, you guys have to have it too. You're smarter than I am, so come on.
Let us know if somebody else.
I need a crutch. If somebody has it, I took a picture and I might have sent it to Forrest and said, "You rascal! I found the touch table."
I'm a crack and watch your emails, obviously.
No, that's from you. My stupid salts.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's it, everybody. Hey, how do you do it, K-Pro? How do you put all this information in these PowerPoints and then to give it to everybody?
But that's the only thing I do. I don't feel like I have any direct, huge information. I feel like when Cynthia said just spill it, it's not my information to spill. I know what you're talking to, and I would like to coordinate that. She's home for less than an hour, and she's ready.
Well, no. Nobody's saying the touch table is where warm waters halt, Milan. We just think it's a weird parallel with the book. That's all. Nobody. I'm not.
If you believe that WWWH is Madison Junction, which some do, I'm not saying you are. You might still be in New Mexico. I'm just saying it was a fun fact. That's all. All I said was fun fact, and that's fun. And if you think it's fun, I applaud you, good sir.
So yeah, that's it, guys. We almost went. We went 2 hours. It's just getting longer and longer due to this court case. Thumbs up the video. Comment on it. Let us know what you think. Like I said, guys, we're just like the United States Post Office. We deliver the info to your door. Whether you open it up and go to your mail, up to you. Stuff we don't charge. So.
Milan is actually, he's being honest, and I think he usually is. I know. I'm just being snarky. Yes, but we need to turn that frown upside down. Here's the thing. We have been in the desert of death of information, and we hit over 200 tonight.
There'll be a touch table at the next World Series of Fenn. I like it.
That's called Fremont Street, isn't it? They touched the heck out of you and Greg on Fremont Street.
Hey, easy.
So here's the thing. We have a wide variety of information. But I will tell you.
Open that. Go ahead.
Why don't you start opening it?
I got to turn a light on and stuff, so go ahead.
Yeah, he sits in the dark. I hate it. So here's the thing for me. I believe we have some information right now. Who cares who says what, when, and how, except for let's get the information out. I have had some communication with the Santa Fe courts. I did not know until recently, Hacker Jack. I did not know until recently that I was included in this court case because I had the last file I had ordered was July, and the crap hit the fan in August. So I right now in the scheme of things feel with the court case, with what McCracken put out, the motion to intervene, a lot of the court stuff, potentially the treasure chest sale. We went through the drought of the last few months. If we're still around, let's try to act appropriately. I know there is a lot of negative that's happening right now. I'm not going to go into that, but I'm just going to say, let's try to get on the same page again. Why don't we put out our information and talk about each other? I don't know.
Jerks. Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying to keep it. You know what? I've done this for years. I know trying to plead and use reason is not going to work, but I still try it anyway. So.
I heard Mike got a please touch that too. Oh, Copper Dan. Do I go to your channel and super chat? Can we super chat over there or no? I can't remember if you.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'll check that out tomorrow.
I don't think he has the 1,000 yet. I think he has. I don't know, because they've done what, 13 episodes.
Okay, here we go, guys.
They're gaining big
Mail
time.
Send us something in the mail. Thank you to whoever keeps sending us letters that have no return address or name on the solve. Appreciate it.
No, we don't. Thank you for. Do not encourage
I like
that.
reading them, and
Okay, actually, that one's very nice.
Bag, everybody.
No, but there's also something. There's some jewelry in there that's mine.
No, well, not in the box, so it's in here.
It's in the box. It's in the bag.
In this box.
It was in the box, and now half the box is down. Okay.
What is it, guys? This looks like something.
I think this could be used in a fun way for World Series of Fenn, if not for our own personal enjoyment. That sounded naughty. I didn't mean it.
Oh, I see. All right. Hang on.
And Packer Jack, what time is your episode tomorrow? Please go to the Copper Factory. Hooli, if you could get a link to he's chopping it with his hand, guys. If you could put a jack, if you could put a jack in the, if you could put a link in the chat, see Jack, see what there. All right. So
there we go. Obviously.
Davio, close. But I think this could be.
Did he guess what it is? Don't tell me.
Oh no, Golden. Several people. Well, I guess I said World Series of Fenn, so people are posting.
Get it to open here.
And I want to say thank you only to the person if you're okay with what I saying your name. I know some people.
Definitely.
Well, Packer Jack, that's wrong. We need everybody. We need everybody to subscribe over there. Good, fun, pure channel. Nice.
All right, I got it. Jeez, this thing's like.
Yeah, I'm glad we started this an hour and a half ago, and you started to get into the
Okay, there we go. Woo, I got it. All right. Here we go. What could it be? What is it? What is that?
It's official. This is an official one. Jesus, Mike.
What? Oh, an official.
Put it on the ground and then lift it up.
Open it. All right. An official. It's a stand of some kind. An official.
It's a new sailboard. Holy shush it.
So I don't understand. It's a thing for oh, I see.
It's a banner.
Hang on. It's a banner. I got it. Okay, let me see if I got the right size. All right, first let me open it. Oh, lucky. Watch out. Hey, look at that. World Series of Poker circuit event. Welcome WSOP. Oh, okay. I got you.
So one of our searchers had in her town a World Series of Poker satellite tournament. Mm-hmm. And then they sold, I guess they donated them to the church or somewhere. I'm sorry if I get this wrong. Is. You know who you are. And they're like, do you want that? Because you could change it a little bit and put it for the World Series of Fenn. And it's kind of like Leroy. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's awesome. Thanks, K-Pro. That's cool. All right, now I get it. Oh, and your bag of jewelry is down here too, I think.
Well, that's kind of the important part.
I'm missing. Oh, there's another piece I'm missing that'll hold it up. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I get it. It's going to be our World Series of Fenn banner, right?
Oh, I could have some fun with that. I can have some fun.
Ugh. First, I was like, what is it? I didn't realize it opened. I got you. Ugh. Oh, I see. That was it.
Cynthia's new workout machine. You guys are funny. Cynthia, do you want to go live this week? I think too much is speculation and we need to wait, but I don't have a problem. Let's do it. and we'll have someone going live against us and just saying snarky, negative, nasty remarks.
Yeah, but they don't have a banner though. So
No, but it makes me sad. No, Thursday has to be Beacon Star or Mike's head will explode. I think, okay. Open that up just because it looks so beautiful. I need to.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks for the banner. So you say somebody got one of these and they sent it, or you bought it, whatever. They said, hey, you guys
we
could
coordinated it. Let's just say that. But this was, we both paid it forward, I'm just going to say. And then it was like, I don't know how this got in there. And I was like, what do you mean? And then.
What is it? Oh, take it out?
Yeah.
It's a lure. No, it's not a lure. What is it? Ooh, look at that. It's amber.
It's a freaking awesome necklace. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Well, thank you to whoever the searcher is. Let us know if we can publicly thank you on the next show. But yeah, thanks, Kate, bro. That's cool.
I told her we were opening it tonight because you just picked it up. So I just wanted to say thank you. These are the kind of things. It's so funny. Like I found a dictionary that said Blaze on the side. Somebody had written Blaze. And I'm like, I see the Forrest Fenn stuff anywhere. It was so sweet that someone would think about us when it came to that. Oh, Cynthia and I could go on K-Pro's Corner and say all the gossip that we cannot verify, but it will be odd that it actually becomes the case later.
You should go live on K-Pro's Corner every day this week. Cynthia, come live on the Pearl conveyor belt. Why am I don't know. Okay. Cynthia rides her bicycle backwards. Okay. Remember the backwards bicycle? What does that mean? Remember? What was that?
Pepper Dan, I know you saw my latest post. Friendships. And your picture just slipped in there. Because
I go, what is this? She's like, you found the Easter egg. Get it? For Easter? All right, everybody. I think that's enough for one night. That's a lot of entertainment for $0, I guess. Thanks for tuning in.
We made 4. Well, and super chats. Thank you for the super chat. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. So we know. I will tell you.
Yeah.
Can I do a small little tangent?
Mm-hmm.
Small. You guys know negative affects me. Negative is affecting me right now. I'm not going to get run out of this community. Lawyers are involved, and it's really ridiculous and stupid and silly. I just want to try to maintain positive. I'm going to ask each of you, if you halfway liked what we have, put a thumbs up. I believe, and I know some people that are kind of coming against us and advertising on our channels and our sites. Maybe it would be better if we went away. I hope that's not the case. And I hope we get back to kind of a normal. And I hope we get back to, it's okay, people can do their own thing, but we don't have to go at each other, either publicly or privately. I'll leave it at that. I'll just say we don't have to be fluffy butterflies and snowmen, but let's just get to some, and I need to apologize because I'll give you guys something. I try not to lose my temper very often. Once a year is my limit. And I did recently, and I feel bad about it because even though things are getting legal and things are very pressured and it's very difficult, and I've lost some of my personal items because of it, it's hard for me to be in that space. And I finally had to disconnect. I'm more letting lawyers and Mike kind of lead the show. But it affects me. So I want some positive. Here's some people say you make money. Yeah, I made my $4 and now my 20 and my other. I mean, it's not paying our bills, but here's what I want. I want some positive messages. I want some thumbs up, put some comments that just say, like, some people are being very, very outward with their strategy. Cowlazars, get the hell out of this community. We're not going anywhere. And I hope you would put a comment, whether you agree with us or not. I think we deserve to be here after 6 years. 6 years.
Yeah, we've been doing this, guys, for a very long time. Some people started, then they stopped. Other new people have started, but we've been doing it, I think, longer than anybody since AGK stopped. And well, AGK didn't stop; they transitioned to something else, and you guys should go check them out with what they transitioned to. But as far as Forrest Fenn Treasure Found and treasure hunting in general, we've been doing it for a very long time, so we're not going anywhere. We will still
We're
always
not,
go live on Mondays.
but you know, we had some dark. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to equate this. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. When you watch the first one and they're little and it's so exciting, and then you watch Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2, and it just goes into dark times. We're in 3.0 of negative time, I feel. And I know I'm closer to it and not as much as public. But this is the first time I literally am hiring a lawyer. This is the only time. This is the third time that there's hate, but this is the first time that we're actually hired. And there's no treasure chest out there.
Right. That's the ironic
It
part.
makes me sad. Oh, and if I saw some really cool stuff from somebody that is in this chat. I have not even been able to fully grasp, and it takes me a while to put PowerPoints together. There's some really cool stuff. I know I said no solves, but there's something cool enough that I saw from someone, and he is okay with me actually putting out where we want credit. I want to show it to Mike before I say, because his mind's so analytical and mine's so imaginative. I would love, so you know who you are. I talked to you just before the show. He's like, you're going on about it tonight. I'm like, no. I got something else already prepared. But it was so cool. Maybe I'll do a Creeper's Corner or something. But I want to understand a little bit more to it. So I just want to thank everybody. This community, you know, you were there when I hit rock bottom. And so many of your friends, I'm understanding now, some friendships were not ever really friendships and maybe just opportunities. And Mike has reminded me to ground myself in what is real. I might, in this last week, have stayed up all night playing cards and destroying children's egos.
That's true. We had a good Easter, everybody, a good Easter weekend. And that's what it's really all about. But I'll just say this. I'll remind K-Pro, positivity always triumphs over negativity, AKA don't be a dick, people. Just don't be a dick. The world would be a better place. But everybody has their own opinion. So, and also K-Pro did a little video about her Forrest Fenn collection. We got to get that uploaded. So make sure you
but I don't have the whole thing. Some people are.
Well, we made a video with what you do have.
But if you guys, I am willing to sell a few items. I don't have a few. I know some people were interested in a few items. I thought things were different.
I get it, really. First I said,
so there is a video I will upload. We wanted to do this first. And I know I owe it to some people. And yeah. Hey, I knocked you out, K-Pro. So, okay, this is the last thing I'll say, and then we can go. We play poker as a group, and there's been some drama in the poker group. And here we go. I'm going to just call it out. Here it is. You ready? There's this guy. There's this guy. I went head to head, heads up. I had 250,000 chips. He had 1,000. He came back and beat me. Anytime that I say I have this third nut flush, somebody else has the nut flush. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, Craig, I have to. 9 Clues is my nemesis of poker. He makes me every time question every strategy. Do you know how much I do try to strategize with poker? And 9 Clues destroys my soul. He is the Horcrux on me, and it's not okay. And I have a really good time with it because Craig's such a fun guy, but he beats me every time. So it's not like Molly, who did it once. Molly does it here and there. Davia does it here and there. Sam does it here and there. Nemo does it here and there. Jens does it here and there. No. 9 Clues, Craig, is the nemesis of my soul when it comes to poker. Okay, my rant is done.
T. Brown gets the last thought, who says, Cowlazars, she just needs to remember she got you from the chase. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. She'll be okay.
Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Thumbs up for the soundboard and thumbs up for K-Pro being a little honest there toward the end.
Love you, honey.
Love you.
Sometimes.
Bye.